Alright. Alright, y'all. This is not gonna be in dark mode. I don't think it is, but oh, it is in dark mode. Let's go. Alright, so Kevin Hart,
Flashes.
shut up. Kevin Hart, shut up. Alright. Already starting off the stream. Very terrible, but anyway, guys, Dream is telling the truth. He finally spoke out with the truth, talking about everything about you know, it talks about everything. See, this covers important and serious topics. Viewers' discretion is advised. So is yours, and so is mine. But anyway, if you don't like swear words, if you don't like any drama, if you don't want like drama from Dream, if you don't like, there's like really serious stuff that he talks about in his entire life and his entire social media life. Like if you could read all the chapters right here, but there's a lot of serious things that he's gonna cover in this video. And statements from Jamie, Annan and Burner, the baby pictures. Apparently he from his merch. Amanda and him. If you don't know the Instagram kind of DM kind of situation Dream was in. Yeah. And there's some things that he talks about that I haven't even known about. I don't know about. Oh, yeah, see, I support him too, obviously. He came out with this video yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And I was gonna live stream it yesterday, and I didn't. And today is the only day I have time to live stream a whole hour long video. And most of my streams, when I stream, I usually knock around. I usually go for around. Hold up, my emoji. I have this for a reason, so you can see my reaction. I usually stream for like I try to peak around an hour of streaming if I stream, and this is what I'm doing. And I usually stream gaming, but it kind of doesn't work on my phone. So this is my best solution if I want to play Minecraft with my friends. But problem is, you won't be able to hear Angel if we play the SMP or my other friends if I'm talking in a group chat. And with devices not able to live stream and have your voice in it, it's kind of stupid. Not gonna lie, but I think I could call on on the iPad and do a whole situation that probably won't even work anyway. But but off topic here, Dream has told the truth. He I said this already, but he's telling everything. He's telling us everything about his leaked cheating speedrun thing, his mana tree too. Oh my god, he talks about mana tree too. I know about some of these things he talks about. I know some of the things he talks about, but not all of it. And the I'm sorry that the quality for you guys is not that great because I'm using an air screen. I'm using AirPlay right now, so that's why screen mirroring kind of sucks on Apple devices when you screenplay on different places, especially if you screenplay on a different device, unless it's your TV or a screen. I'm screen mirroring on my phone, so yeah, that makes it 10 times, probably not even 10 times, maybe like 5 times worse. But yeah, that's what it looks like on your TV, but much better quality than what you're seeing right now. So yeah, that's why AirPlay is basically the most efficient way I could stream and have an Animoji because I have an Android right now streaming on an Android, and I'm kind of lagging right now with my Animoji. It's crazy, but yeah. Anyway, let's kind of get into the video, I guess, because it's already late. You see up there it says 7:19. I gotta get this stream done by like 9. So let's just go ahead and see what Dream has to say. Let's see what Dream has to say.
In this video, I'm going to be very vulnerable,
And
open.
the audio is already bad. All right, let me real quick pause the stream. I'll be right back. And we're back. Hopefully audio is perfect. And oh, I did not mean to do that. And let's play it.
In this video, I'm going to be very vulnerable, open, and honest. I go into my past, I go into controversies, and I also debunk very serious lies about me, including by involving the police, legal teams, and extensive research. It will
All
get
right.
uncomfortable. I will get into details of my life that you probably don't want to hear, and I don't particularly want to share either, but it feels necessary given the circumstances, and honesty and truth is my top priority. As you guys have probably noticed, I took a long break from YouTube, and since the face reveal, I've hardly really uploaded. And I've really focused on other things and separated myself from a lot of the stuff I was doing before. You may think that this was due to the hate from the face reveal, or for other reasons, but really there was something else that happened right after the face reveal, and it really made me step back from what I was doing and have a lot less passion. If you've been on the internet recently, you've probably heard or seen some pretty crazy stuff about me. Whether it's the voice actor of Gumball attacking me or
Yeah,
accusations
wait,
against me
what?
regarding grooming, you've probably heard a lot of pretty crazy stuff. I thought it's extremely important for me to make this video and provide as much information as I can. And I just want to right off the bat state as clearly as I can that these allegations are not true. I plan on going to extreme detail to prove that in this video. And to all the people that are spreading lies, fabricating stories, and making false accusations for fun because they think it's funny.
I don't care. I've accepted I'm a horrible person.
This is not funny. This is not a
Yeah.
joke. This is people's lives, ranging from my
This
own,
is
my
his life,
family,
bro.
my employees, to actual victims that stories won't be heard or believed in the future because of this. I understand that some things in this video are much more important than others, so I split this video up into chapters, and you can skip to and watch the parts that are most important to you. I will say that
Okay.
everything in this video is very relevant. I think they're all vital topics to include because they help clear up my character. So yeah, the video has chapters, and if you want to skip around, there's a pinned comment. And again, I realize that nothing in this video is as important as me talking about serious allegations, so I've made it really easy to skip ahead to whatever is most important to you. Just because there's other stuff doesn't mean anything is less important. Monetization on this video is on, but every dollar will go to a charity that's linked in the description. Otherwise, I
Nice.
want to start with the
Jolly
biggest
Full
lie
Heart
I have ever
Foundation.
told.
All right.
The face leak photo.
Oh
Was
boy.
me.
It
Of course,
was
it's from
you?
when I was
Oh
really
no.
young and I've lost a lot of weight since then, and it wasn't at all representative of what I look like now, but it was me. Obviously, I said many times that it wasn't, and a lot of people have and still do use that against me to say that I'm dishonest, but the reason I lied about that is because of the face reveal. I'd been planning the face reveal for years. I sacrificed so much by staying inside and avoiding cameras for so long. I mean, I had covers on all my windows, and even to go to the dentist, I left hiding in the back of a car and went
For
to a
real?
different state. Yes, I was
Oh
paranoid.
my
I wasn't going to
god.
let anyone
That's
take that moment away
crazy.
from me. Whatever I had to do to
No
make sure
way.
that moment was suspenseful and exciting, I'm sure I would have done. If anything, the face leak photo probably ended up creating more suspense and excitement to see if I was lying or if I actually looked like the leaked picture. Now, of course, there was a lot of personal information attached to the leaked picture, how it was found, where it was leaked from, so that definitely contributed to why I lied about it. I didn't lie because I was
No.
ugly or because I was overweight or anything like that. And every time I talked about the leaked picture, I always mentioned that I struggled with my weight in the past, and that it's disheartening to see people make fun of the poor kid for that, which obviously
Was you?
I was the poor kid. And I
Yeah.
think that's something I'm willing to admit now because I face revealed. I'm not risking that big moment anymore. And
I
I
mean,
also feel
look at him. Look at Dream.
more comfortable with personal information and how I look and so on. The day the face leak was posted, I was playing a Minecraft tournament and someone called the SWAT team on me. Dream
Wait,
is
what?
AFK. I'm clear here.
Oh. Oh, I remember this. Minecraft 11, Minecraft Championship 11. I remember that. I
This
think I
game.
remember that. Yeah, when I was watching George's stream, not. I think Dream was also streaming, but I can't remember. But that day, Dream was like, I think he got swatted. They were talking about it. I think I heard when the SWAT team said, "I'm clear here" or something like that. Yeah, that was I was like, what the hell was happening? But during the Minecraft tournament too, oh my god,
I was put
it's
in
crazy.
handcuffs on my front lawn with cops with rifles pointing at me, and I was pretty much swatted from that day on almost daily, to the point where the reason Sapnap moved in with me before my face reveal
Dang.
was to answer the door when police showed
I
up.
mean, that's
Because
what
people
happens
started
when you're
camping outside
popular.
with
Like
cameras
people
to
keep
try and
doxing
reveal my
you,
face,
which
and
kind of
I needed
suck.
someone else to
Like
answer the
stop
door. When the
doxing
people that were
people.
doxing me thought that they had the wrong address, my family ended up getting swatted.
Oh
And my
boy.
mom answered the door thinking that it was pizza for her and my little sister. They were held at gunpoint with police helicopters circling the neighborhood. People showed up at my house. People showed up at my family's house. The first time I ever got swatted, I made sure not to mention it at all. Funnily enough, I actually got interviewed by a SWAT team member while I was muted and playing Minecraft parkour with the SWAT officer right next to me. Yeah, it's just
Don't
to
dox
show that
people.
even
That's
though I was very
completely
adamant about
wrong,
denying
and
the
like
face
people
leak,
could
it
get
was
hurt.
much more about the fact that there was so much personal information attached to the picture, and I wanted as much separation from it as possible. It had nothing to do with how I look. I'm very proud of my weight loss story, and I was never ashamed about it at all. I think that it's very encouraging to see people accomplish weight loss. I did it all naturally. I lost hundreds of pounds. You have not seen me at my heaviest. And it's one of those things that I think is very encouraging to others. I love inspiring people, so it's a story I'm sure I'll tell in the future. But in the moment, it was not the right time to tell it. I feel like right now it's still kind of uncomfortable to talk about it, but it's annoying seeing the same damn picture. So here's some other pictures of me from before I lost weight, just so there's more variety.
Alright. I mean, look
Now
at him.
moving
He
on to one of
changed
the most
a
talked about
bunch.
controversies, the cheating scandal. I'm going to be pretty concise with this one because it's been covered a million times and most of you are probably pretty sick of hearing about it, but it's still really important to talk about. It's one of the most frequent reasons people point to as to why not to trust me. I did unintentionally cheat on a speedrun that I officially submitted to the leaderboards in 2020, and the speedrun mods were completely in the right for taking it down. I was using a disallowed mod for about a week on my live streams when a new version of Minecraft came out, and I was unaware that this mod existed. When I was defending myself, I didn't know that I'd been using the mod, and it's a really complicated and lengthy explanation of how it's very reasonable that I didn't know that I had the mod, so I can't go into that here. A lot of people say that it's impossible that I wouldn't have known that I was so lucky, but those people don't realize that it was a little bit of luck over a very long period of time and not a lot of luck at once. It was actually only uncovered by a cheater themselves, who later got exposed for doing that same thing in the past.
Yes,
real?
that's right. Minecravenger, the very same person that first publicly exposed Dream for cheating in his runs, has just been caught cheating himself. And not only cheating once, but cheating multiple world records over a span of more than 2 years.
I was defending
Oh,
myself so
boy.
confidently publicly because me and a developer had already considered and ruled out the possibility that I could have been using a mod. Carl Jobst, a very well-respected YouTuber that also investigates speedruns, made a video going into all the details. It's over an hour long. If you'd like to watch it to understand how it could happen and all the supporting evidence around it, you can. He is very critical of me in it, but here's his short conclusion that backs up what I'm saying from after his thorough investigation.
In conjunction with all of the evidence I've seen, I believe the essence of what Dream was claiming in his paste bin was probably true. In my opinion, it is definitely more likely that he really didn't know his drop rates and barter rates were modified. Was it intentional? And I do believe that it probably
wasn't.
He did a
Yeah.
lot of research and interviewed a lot of people to come to that conclusion. He interviewed the mod team, me, developers, and a lot more. He even said something afterwards that applies to a lot of the situations I'm going to talk about today, so I'm going to go ahead and play that clip too.
In one breath, people will complain that Dream is a liar, and then in the next, spout made-up assumptions that couldn't be further from the truth. It seems like everyone is lying everywhere.
I'm still fully responsible for my behavior back then
That was
towards
kind of,
moderators, regardless of my intentions, and I did act like a little baby and caused the majority of the problems myself, so I'm sorry. Regardless of if
Oh,
you believe
boy.
me or if you think that I'm being dishonest, since this all happened over 3 years ago, a lot has changed since, and I've done my best to move forward and grow
Oh
as a
my
person.
God.
I did my
I
best
dropped
to
my
make amends with
iPad.
the mods.
Oh, no.
I apologized privately and publicly for lashing out at them. I donated over $50,000 to the speedrun community through tournaments and personal donations to over 15 different speedrunners. I
Okay,
voluntarily
that's
took
nice,
down all my
that's nice.
speedrun times, even ones that had nothing at all to do with the mod or the cheating scandal. I also deleted my original response video, and I haven't speedrun officially since. It's been over 3 years. Now that that's out of the way, I want to clear up
Well,
some quick
at least
pieces of
that's
information around
over,
it.
honestly.
One, it had nothing to do with my manhunt videos or any video or speedrun I have ever posted on my YouTube channel. It was specifically live streamed attempts that I did during a 1 week or so period over 3 years ago. It's a common misconception that the cheating had to do with my YouTube channel, manhunt, or any other videos I posted. Two, I didn't hire a fake astrophysicist to defend me, which is also commonly said. Knowing nothing about math, but fully believing in my innocence at the
Yeah,
time,
I hate
given my
math too.
accusation was purely based on math. I used a website for math freelancers and reached out directly to a highly qualified professor that said they'd be willing to help me. They even made one of their conditions before agreeing that no matter what their conclusion was, I had to publish their results, even if their conclusion was that I was guilty. I agreed to this.
Dream briefly explained the situation, and the expert agreed to help. The expert provided Dream with a few terms, one of them being that Dream posted the results no matter the outcome.
Obviously, the
Oh.
report ended up getting ripped to shreds, but
Well,
I had no
oh
idea that
God.
would be the case. I knew absolutely nothing about math, and I fully
God,
believed in
math
my
is so
innocence. So when a
complicated.
highly qualified third party was agreeing with me, it made me even more confident and bold. There was many factors as to why the report ended up being bad, partially due to the public pressure and it being rushed, partially due to them not knowing as much about Minecraft as the mod team did. But regardless, I didn't bribe or make up a fake astrophysicist, which is something people frequently say. The speedrun mod team and many other parties independently verified their credentials and the fact that they exist. I also put way more information in the description on this, just for transparency's sake, including proof about the professor, all of to them, and even screenshots of messages that I never provided in the past. I think that's really important to clear up because it's used very, very frequently to say, if he will go as far as to make up a fake astrophysicist to lie, how far will he go with other lies? And I would just like to point out that even though I didn't lie, lying about a Minecraft speedrun
It's
is very different
different.
than lying
Yep.
about very
Yeah,
serious
very
allegations.
different.
The next thing I'm going to talk about is a pretty big one that you might not have heard about, but it's a pretty important one. Manatreed. Now, if you don't know who
Manatreed.
Manatreed
Oh
is,
god.
Manatreed is
Oh
a content
god.
creator that I added to my server, the Daniel1pp2 a couple years ago. They're anonymous like me, and they had a very short career. There was a thread made about Manatreed saying that they doxed him and that he was an IRL friend of mine, had been charged with domestic violence, and that I was trying to hide it. Manatreed was removed from the S&P by me. All of his accounts were deleted, and I made a statement talking about how I don't support domestic violence. I wasn't aware of any domestic violence, and that due to how complicated the situation was, I decided to remove Manatreed from the S&P. I also strongly alluded to the fact that the doxed information was incorrect. Everything I just said was true, except for the fact that Manatreed was my childhood best friend. I
He
came up with
was.
the name Manatreed, I made the accounts, I grew up with him, his
Oh.
grandparents were like my grandparents, he was like family to me. The criticism I get to this day related to this is that I
That's sweet.
intentionally housed and hid an abuser. Because Manatreed
But-
was faceless and anonymous like me, people said that it was planned deliberately in order to hide a domestic violence charge. This
Nah,
is
that
not
was
true.
not
In late
true.
2020,
There's
he
no
had
way
a
that
lot
was
of
true.
problems. He was struggling with homelessness, had been in multiple recent car accidents. I knew I could help him, so I did. I offered him a place to stay. I paid for his groceries and gas for a while, and eventually I came up with the idea to add him to my server. He was my childhood friend. I
I don't
trusted him,
remember
and he
that.
wasn't a risk. I was anonymous, so obviously if I wanted to play games with him, his identity couldn't be known, or it would leak my identity. Whenever the thread first came out saying that Manatreed abused his girlfriend, I responded emotionally,
There's
calling
no
people
way.
gullible,
Wait,
because I
what?
didn't believe that someone I had known for so long and grew up with could do anything like that. And at the time, although no one knew, he lived with me in Sapnap, so it seemed crazy that he could somehow hide it from us. I jumped the gun and reacted emotionally. Only later did I properly look into everything, and I apologize. After I confronted Manatreed in real life, he claimed that he wasn't an abuser, that he had just had an altercation with another guy, and that his ex-girlfriend got in the middle of it. He claimed that he
Oh.
never hit her, that he had just caught her cheating and was fighting the guy that she was cheating with, that the cops got called, and that he got arrested. This is just
Oh,
what he
boy.
said. This altercation would have taken place around a year before he moved in with us, and I had no knowledge of it. People thought that domestic violence took place when he lived with us because my address was on a court document of his, but that was far after when he was on probation and had to tell the court where he currently lived. He also lied to us and told us that he was on probation for smoking weed in order to not have us question anything suspicious related to it. Even though he claimed to me that he wasn't abusive to anyone, I couldn't just take him for his word, and so I did research myself. I reached out to his ex-girlfriend and talked to her about it all. She said to give Manatreed best wishes to her, and that his mistakes were behind her, and that she just wanted to be left alone online. I don't want to push her for information, so I didn't feel comfortable having to treat us anymore. I didn't have full confidence that he was beating me because he had already lied. I was also still faceless and really didn't want to have to dox myself to explain the situation. I decided the best idea would just be to remove him from the server. I had created all of the accounts, so I completely shut them down and removed his access. That meant that there was absolutely no risk that even if he was lying, he would ever cause future harm because of me. Unfortunately, this wasn't a
Get
cut
outta
and dry
here.
situation. This was one of my childhood best friends that had always treated me with kindness and had lied to me in Sapnap. And unfortunately, due to all this, I have no contact with him and lost someone that was like family to me. I'll never know the exact truth behind everything. The person that I knew was kind, generous, and compassionate, and I never would have added him to the server if I thought he was anything otherwise. But what I do know is that, other than my initial crude response, I stand by my actions. I think that I navigated a really complex situation the best that I could. I got rid of any risk, supported a victim, made it clear that I didn't support domestic violence, even to the detriment of one of my oldest friendships.
Wow.
Here's one thing you need.
All right, that story is actually, wow. 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 That was actually really, that was a really good story, actually. Wow. All right. Oh, I'm muted. Dang it. Oh no, I muted it.
Violence, even to the detriment of one of my oldest friendships. I completely understand people that don't know my side of this situation, assuming that this makes me a liar and that it's obvious that I was covering up wrongdoing. I even had creators that thought this until they talked to me about it. It's not unreasonable at all, and that's why I figured I had to talk about it in this video, even if it is personal and uncomfortable. Before I jump into the most important things I'm going to address,
Thirst
I want to talk about something that's come up a
Oh
lot
my
due to these
God.
allegations, and something that's commonly said to give credibility to
No
me being
way.
a bad or weird person. I'm going to play from Moist Critical, who talked about the allegations. pretty
Moist
neatly,
Critical?
but
Oh.
while talking about them, he said,
Let's see what he has to say.
Dream's audience has always been on the younger side of things, and yet Dream constantly engages with them in very inappropriate ways, such as like posting thirst traps. He does post thirst traps, even knowing that his fans are children.
I don't
So
think he
when these
posts
claims
thirst
come out,
traps,
I think
dude.
a lot of people start to take them at face value because they're like, oh, that sounds like the Dream that I know. This sounds like something Dream might do, so it's probably true. Even though right now a lot of the evidence backing it up isn't the strongest.
Now, before I talk about this, I just want to ask that if you're watching this and you share the same opinion, try and give me the benefit of doubt. Genuinely listen to what I have to say and discard your preconceived biases. Because yeah, if you think someone's creepy and then they're accused of being a creep, it clearly changes how you think. So I'm going to break down multiple things that Charlie said because I respect him. I respect his opinion. I think he's a super reasonable guy and I think he's an awesome content creator. One of the things that he said is that I post creepy pictures and thirst traps.
He does post thirst traps.
So that's the first thing I'm going to talk about. Uniquely, because I didn't reveal my face until last year, I can actually pretty reasonably show you every photo and video of myself that I've ever posted on the internet. So they're going to start scrolling by now in a completely random order. While you watch, it's important to note that what you post on something like Snapchat is very different than something you'd post on Instagram or Twitter. Snapchat runs ads every 5 or 6 photos and encourages you to post upwards of 100 photos or videos a day to have the most growth and make the most money. They only last 24 hours like an Instagram story. So on Snapchat, you kind of just spam anything. So for me, it's silly filters, my cat, whatever food I'm eating that day. I get a haircut. Because of that, it's much easier to take one silly photo from Snapchat out of context and make it out to be something that it's not. On top of that, there's a lot of fake accounts that I think people fall for all the time. They post those kind of captions in my photos. And with how many likes they get, there's a lot of people
those
that
are fake
casually
accounts,
scroll Twitter and think their posts are mine. There's one specific one that was extremely popular and verified before it was suspended. They posted tweets like this.
Okay. Oh, what the hell?
These are just completely normal photos I posted of myself with no caption, but they repost them and put a weird caption. This has full tons of people, including people that have made pretty big videos about me, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if Charlie saw this account a couple times and thought its tweets were mine. A lot of people also say stuff like this.
I don't know why he still uses Snapchat. It's still kind of weird. I told you, if you're a grown man using Snapchat,
which I think is super reasonable.
Dude, all right. Let me give you a little story here of what I think Snapchat is used for. So Snapchat, right? It's for your teens, for you people in middle school and high school, elementary school. If you're still in elementary school, I mean, like, why are you using Snapchat? I don't even know if you even have a phone. I don't even know if you know what social media is. All you know is YouTube. That's what I knew in elementary school. Except in 5th grade, I started using Instagram, Snapchat, and all that because I was getting into middle school after 5th grade, obviously. But Snapchat, it's for you young people out there, not for like older people. Older people might use like Instagram or Facebook or all that, but Snapchat, it's for you teens basically, and creators. Creators usually use Snapchat too. Like, let's say Dream. I follow Dream on Snapchat, of course. I follow. I think Bella Porsche's on there. I think. I think. Who else? We got. I don't even know. I don't even watch reels or stories on Snapchat. I usually go on Instagram for that. But Snapchat is usually for stories, texting, your friends, your buddies, and yeah. And once you're out of high school, I think you would be done with Snapchat, not gonna lie, because like, why would you even want it? But creators, on the other hand, they wanna get a younger audience attention. So like that's why creators use Snapchat to do that. So that's why if you're not a creator and you're a grown man, like in your 40s or something, you're still using Snapchat. I mean it's kind of okay, but if you're like posting like selfies and all that, I mean that's kind of weird. But if you're texting like your friends from school in the 1982 still, I mean that's fine. But you have a phone number for a reason. You got Messenger for a reason. I don't even know if you guys know what Messenger is, but you got Messenger for a reason. Yeah, all this, and you decide to use Snapchat. I don't think if you're out of high school, if you're not even in your 20s, I don't think you should be using Snapchat. Like if you're in your 40s or something, you gotta stop using Snapchat. If you're just addicted to Snapchat, I mean for the Snap score, right? For your Snap score, I mean I'm grinding on that Snap score too. So yeah, but yeah, if it's for your Snap score and that's kind of a good reason that you'd stay in on Snapchat. But like anything else, no, you just get off of Snapchat. And that's what I think about Snapchat. Just yeah, that's basically what Snapchat is that it's for teens and creators that are like very popular. Like The Rock, I think The Rock Johnson has Snapchat and he uses it for creator stuff, but I'm not sure if he actually does that Snapchat. But yeah, there's the creator tool, and there's not for like texting people, but like yeah. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, if you're using Snapchat to text people, like come on, why? Just why? I'll be right back real quick. All right. Yeah, so that's what I think about it.
Think if you don't know that there's creator accounts now
I
that work
just
very
said
differently
that.
to normal Snapchat accounts, you can promote stuff to millions of
Yeah,
people
I
through
just
Snapchat's
said that.
algorithm, and even as of recently, you can make a lot of money. Obviously, encouraging you to post whatever random stupid photo you took.
I mean, I hardly even log into my Snapchat myself and even have someone else completely run the account because there's a manager account feature where I can just post from my personal Snap and never even see any of the messages. I also sometimes have people say that I'm weird because of fan art account likes from my fan art account. So I just want to clarify, I'm not the one behind 99% of the likes. I've never made that public because it is beneficial for artists for people to think that it's me every time. But again, when it's being used against me to say I'm creepy, I have to clarify.
Hi, so I've ran Dream's public Snapchat since January 2022. There's nothing weird and he doesn't really even log into it. I also run his fan art account and have been since January 2022 as well. I'm good friends with Dream and the Dream team, so he thought I'd be a good pick to run it. I mostly just
Nice,
like
alright.
tweet art. I'm banished from replying. Sometimes people will call him creepy for stupid stuff that I've liked, and I've never really taken it seriously because I just think what's being depicted in the art is funny to me, like DNF kissing art or something.
What
Because
the
I'm their friend,
hell?
and it makes me laugh. It just happens to be really good art. But when it's being used to say that Dream is creepy or weird, I feel really bad because he's definitely not. There's been times that he's messaged me and told me to unlike something or asked why I was on a DNF liking spree. And he's definitely a silly guy, but people shouldn't use me liking art that I found funny or just thought was impressive artistically against him.
I can still be more careful about what's liked on the account though, and I also can re-clarify my boundaries, which I do at the end of this video. But I will just say here that I have never supported not safe for work art of minors or from minors. I think that that's weird and gross, and I clarify my boundaries on myself later in the video, but generally it's just I don't want anything weird drawn of me. I also later have the person who used to run the account back in 2020 say something as well. But yeah,
Like 1 out of every 1,000 Snapchats I post, people end up spreading and making fun of, which is
Yeah.
fine, of course. But it's when it's made out to be weird that it's disingenuous.
When
Now, that's
people
not to
make
say
it
that I'm
weird,
posting
it's
the exact
just
same
a
thing
whole
as
nother
everyone else,
level.
or that what I'm posting isn't different than other
Yeah.
people. It definitely is. I was faceless for a very long time, never took pictures of myself, and had no social media before YouTube. So you're seeing literally my first time ever taking pictures, and I am just a little goofy. Again, it's fine to make fun of. Like, some of these pictures are stupid, but using them as evidence that I'm weird or making them out
Yeah,
to be
just
weird,
taking
isn't
it to
fair.
a whole
I don't really
nother
take
level.
myself
Just
seriously.
it's just
I don't think I'm super attractive.
terrible.
I don't think I'm super funny.
I think a lot of people misunderstand some of the things that I post that are satire. A lot of my videos before I did Minecraft challenges were satire videos, and I still post a lot of satire. A perfect example of this is my unface reveal. I posted a video on my channel
I
where
remember this. I
unrevealed
love
my
this.
face. It's a satire.
Bye
I
from
have my
Dream.
2 best friends burst down my door, tell me that I'm ugly and to put my mask back on, which I agree with, make a professional mask, and then go through the McDonald's
was
drive-thru with it
definitely
on, while
scripted,
saying that I'm
but
never
I
taking
love
it
it.
off ever again. The number of people that took this seriously was in the tens of millions. People see the headline, assume that sounds like something that cringe guy would do, and then it's history. And the same thing happens with my TikToks. Like almost my entire TikTok page is sarcastic. But every now and then, someone will take a TikTok of mine completely seriously. Like posted a video of me with a chat filter on and said no filter right after the face reveal. I made a TikTok where I take off the mask and use an ugly filter. Another TikTok fun of the face leak photo, or many other sarcastic posts. But then I post a TikTok where I'm in a Walmart wearing my mask, and people take
my
it so
God.
seriously. I get tons of hate, and it said how cringe it is that I would go shopping in my mask, that it's pathetic that I'm trying to hide my face
for
after
the
I already
views,
revealed it.
dude.
Or I
It's for
post a
the
TikTok where
views.
I sing one of my songs, say no auto-tune, and then kiss the camera. And it's that I'm trying to be hot or think I'm such an amazing singer. Instead of that
Why?
I'm self-aware and playing
Why?
into the cringe. I didn't watch that and go, ah, you are so cool. You are such an amazing singer, and you're also
Oh my
hot."
God,
Like,
bro.
it's not
No.
serious. Yes, I do post cringy stuff sometimes, and I'm not trying to say that I've never been cringy, or that you can't make fun of content that is intentionally cringy, but I've never posted anything that you could remotely say is a thirst trap, or inappropriate for my audience, because as you can see, in the context of all these other photos I've posted, it's not honest to single out one weird Snapchat out of context of the thousands I spam, and then say that I post creepy photos. But yeah, like, one photo I posted was heavily spread as a thirst trap by parody the accounts, and it's this. I'm supposed to be dead.
Oh my
It's definitely
God.
not a thirst trap. It's not
You
like I was
kidding
sending
me?
it to somebody and being weird. I was just spamming photos on my public story.
Oh no, George not found is giving him the slopperson.
Oh no.
Are you kidding me? Why?
Like, yeah, it's goofy. It was not a thirst trap. I posted 1 or 2 photos
People
of
are
my
just
shirt
making
off
it
ever,
weirder.
and this one's because I thought it was cool to see my hair comb back since it's
Seriously.
always forward, and you can't even see me or my body.
He got a
There's
slick
also
back.
this monstrosity that's
Oh.
frequently shared. Like, this is a gross photo. I look terrible. This is not a thirst trap. This is a terrible photo. This is just disgusting. I was just spamming photos, didn't think much of it, and posted it. And now it will haunt me until the end of time. I'm cringy and being serious when I make satire posts. I'm full of myself when I post a normal photo. I'm gross when I post a bad photo. I'm weird when I post a silly photo. It's just people assuming the worst or just not knowing who I am, which I guess is fair. So yeah,
is
that's
fair,
what I have
yeah.
to say about the thirst traps thing. But obviously that's just photos. Now in terms of other stuff, I've definitely had my opinions morph over time, especially since I've face revealed and actually got to meet fans in person. But we can still talk about some old stuff that people frequently use to say that I'm weird. First of all, me calling my fan base kittens. Now, this was a stupid
Oh
tweet.
no.
If I could go back, never would have tweeted it. I completely
Kittens?
understand that knowing my intentions or what I actually meant, it seems super weird. The whole Discord kittens meme wasn't as big yet, and I just tweet so much.
Oh
Just-
no.
it
Hold
came
up.
out horribly. And I was down.
Oh, I just completely messed that up. Oh no. Go back.
It's impossible.
Hold up, guys. I just completely ruined this. Because I plugged in my phone. Oh my god. I plugged in my phone and
Baby
then.
pictures. In 2022, my merch company sold a flash drive
Baby
that was
picture.
streamed.
Okay, that's a little bit too far. I plugged in my phone and then it started lagging and I thought my stream would end. But
Walmart wearing my mask, and people take it.
yeah, why
It
is
was
it doing that? Stop. Stop, bro. Okay.
Like, this is a gross photo.
I did not mean to do that. God dang. Oh, come on.
I look terrible. This is not a thirst trap. This is a terrible
Yeah, that's a
photo.
terrible photo. Not
So
gonna
yeah,
lie.
that's what I have to say about the thirst traps
that's
thing. But
kind
obviously
of,
that's just
that's-
photos. Now in terms of other
Well,
stuff,
why do you make
I've
that
definitely had my
post
opinions
with
morph
his
over
face?
time,
Like,
especially since
I
I've face
mean,
revealed and
girls
actually
do that,
got
but
to
not
meet fans in
why?
person. But we can still talk about some old stuff that people frequently use to say that I'm weird. First of all, me calling my fan base kittens. Now, this was a stupid tweet.
Kittens.
If I
Oh
could
my
go back,
God.
never would have tweeted it. I completely understand that
Kittens.
without knowing my intentions or what I actually meant, it seems
Kittens.
super weird. The whole
I'm a
Discord
cat now.
kittens
Oh my
meme
God.
wasn't as big yet, and I just tweet so much. I just wasn't really thinking. It came out horribly, and I will never live this down. It is still something that my friends make fun of me for to this day. I was just trying to explain that when I say I love my audience, I don't mean in the same way that I love my friends or my family. That I mean it in the way that I love dogs. Even though I don't know every dog personally, I can still say I love dogs. I should not have said kittens, but it's not what I meant. It was a stupid tweet. I've
Oh my
tweeted
God.
tens of thousands of times the last few years. It wasn't my brightest moment, but it also wasn't me trying to be weird or going kittens. It was just an analogy that I regret using. Another point of evidence towards the dream is weird narrative was me quote unquote selling my baby pictures. In 2022, my merch company sold a flash drive that was dream themed. It was going to be sold empty, and then my mom and my dad, who helped run my merch company, had the idea to put some random stuff on so it felt more unique. I thought it was a cool idea. The content on the drive wasn't what was being sold. It was the slap wristband flash drive itself. We had some drafts of books I wrote from when I was a teenager, some old Minecraft screenshots of me and my friends, some notes and emails from teachers talking about me being rebellious in middle school.
Seriously?
Yes,
Oh my
2
God.
pictures of me from when I was a baby. The intent wasn't at all to sell pictures of me when I was a baby,
2
which
pictures,
other
not that
celebrities have
bad.
actually literally done. The intent was just to show a little bit of where I'm from, like you would show pictures in a biography you would sell or something. It was my version of a little biography with writing and pictures and
It's
quotes.
not that bad.
I think there's
Look at
definitely
that.
something to be said about the concept of being in possession of a file of someone else's baby picture versus it just being in a physical book. So I totally
That's
get
2
it. But you have
separate
to recognize
things,
that
dude.
that's clearly not the intention. It should be something funny or cringe to make fun of and not be a serious thing, like being about pedophilia. But yeah, I mean, as you can probably tell by the pictures going by, I have a pretty normal life. I think I'm a pretty average guy, and 99% of the things I post online are extremely normal. Despite how much I've put myself out there, there's only a few weird out of context things to show for it, and a couple goofy photos. So yeah, I think when people say that I post thirst traps or post predatory things to my audience,
They're just misinformed. I don't think that Charlie is being malicious at all. It's just a lot of misinformation, and it's something I've never really made an effort to clear up. I always lean into the cringe, but when it's being used to strengthen serious allegations, that's when I kind of have to really
Snapchat's
break
kind of
down
fun,
how I
not
am.
gonna lie.
But yeah, I mean, on top of all that, my audience is not as young as people think. This isn't a hill I'm gonna die on, because I know a lot of people have their minds made up or could not be convinced. Believe it or not, I have one of the oldest audiences in all of Minecraft YouTube. I started YouTube through coding and extremely complex stuff, like reverse engineering PewDiePie's Minecraft seed. My videos, even to this day, are super long, don't have that quick retention style editing or sound effects or anything that a lot of channels do. And I also have a large pro gamer audience because my videos involve a lot of technical skill. My audience outside of YouTube is younger, but the vast majority of people I get recognized are college aged. And usually dudes being like, what the it's Dream! On Twitch, I've covered heavy topics. In this video, I'm covering heavy topics. Me and my friends all swear on every other platform, and we're definitely not kids channels in any way. Just because I post Minecraft videos doesn't mean that my audience is just little kids. Most people that watch me either used to play Minecraft or don't even play Minecraft at all. I think Charles' audience is, of course, much older than mine, but if I posted photos like these, which to be clear, if I was ripped as hell like Charlie, I would 100%. It would be made out to be predatory because it's me when it's not at all. And
What
that
the
same standard isn't applied to TikTok stars or really anyone
Are you
else
kidding
but
me?
me, just because I'm the Minecraft guy. A lot of the photos me and Charlie have posted are
Oh my
actually
God.
really similar. It's just people cherry picking goofy photos of mine and then making them out to be weird. When it's just me posting random
It's
photos
just random photos.
because that's literally part of our job. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Now to move on and talk about some really important stuff. Over the last year and a half, there's been a bunch
Allegations.
of really serious allegations made against me. Some of them
Oh
were quickly
boy.
disproved, others admitted they were lying, but there's still some that I'm going to address in this video. The allegation made against me was pretty quickly discarded. It was an allegation of flirting and had some inconsistencies. I'm still taking it seriously though and don't want to overlook anything, so I'm going to talk about it now. The first ever allegations against me that were spread pretty far were made the day after my face reveal, on October 3rd, 2022.
Yeah, I
A
remember
girl named
this.
Anastasia tweeted out, "He's only face revealing because he's scared that I'll do it first." And then she followed it up by tweeting, "I'm too tired / real life struggling to get involved, but the YouTuber trending right now already face revealed to me years ago when he was flirting with me when I was a minor." Obviously,
Okay,
because of my
that's
face
not
reveal,
true.
it took off, pointing out inconsistencies, asking questions, and so on. I didn't have any inappropriate contact with this person. I didn't have any sexual contact with this person. I hardly even remember who this person is at all. And the only messages I could even find with this person were friendly Twitter DMs. And even in those Twitter DMs, I mentioned that they had 18 in their bio, which they contradict. I definitely didn't face reveal to them. That's an obvious lie. Almost nobody knew what I looked like at all before my face reveal. Not even most of my best friends that had known me my entire life, let alone someone I don't even remember talking to at all. She posted a screenshot of some texts and claimed that they were from me. She showed a screenshot of my TikTok being from your contacts to try and prove that the texts were from me, which people quickly pointed out isn't possible because I have a Google Voice number hooked up to my TikTok, which isn't iMessage like the text. And again, she never claimed any sexual misconduct. She never claimed anything related to nudity or sexting. This was also in early 2020, and she had 18 in her bio. With everything and all the inconsistencies, wasn't taking that seriously. But it's still worth noting because people still somehow say this is one of 3 victims of mine. So yeah, before
Seriously?
talking about the next allegation, I just want to address something that I think is pretty important. I see some people say, why respond to fans at all? Or that it doesn't matter what Dream said. The fact that he responded to a fan is creepy. And people saying that are missing a little bit of nuance. First of all, back when I started YouTube in 2019, obviously I had a very small community, even moving into mid-2020 before the Dream SMP. It's very common that when you have a smaller community, you're trying to grow your community. And part of how you do that is by interacting with people and responding and being active. I've always been pretty active in my community, and when I was really small, I used to respond to just about literally everyone that DM'd me, even if it was just one-word answers. Obviously later on, and as I grew, I replied less and less, and things evolved over time with my fan base growth. Like, as an example, when I started my public Snapchat in 2019, I ran the account, but in early 2020, because I was growing, I completely passed the reins off to someone else, and pretty much never logged into it ever again.
Hi, I would like to remain anonymous, so I'm just going to be calling myself Rebecca.
Hi,
I used to
Rebecca.
run Dream Snapchat starting in 2020. I did that for probably around a year, and I would like read through all the messages, and I'd screenshot art or funny comments, and I would respond when it was appropriate. There is definitely nothing weird going on this account. Dream hardly even logged into it, and it was mainly me. He never used it inappropriately, and although I no longer work for Dream, I am not aware of him ever acting inappropriate with fans or anyone underage.
Most, if not all, of the Snapchats I've posted since then have been through the manager account feature, meaning I use my normal Snapchat and post to my other account like a story, without even ever logging in or seeing any messages. I think that when people talk about messaging or becoming friends with a fan, most people are thinking of a stan or a super obsessive fan, because What makes you a fan? Having watched 1 video, 2 videos, 10, being subscribed? There's levels to it. My point being that when you're talking about messaging someone and it being weird, there has to be a weird dynamic. Obviously, a streamer that's subscribed to me and has watched my videos in the past and DMs me should not be looked at the same as a random person that does the exact same thing. I've had fans of mine turn into friends of mine, but I don't go seeking out friendships with people who have obsessions with me. There's a difference between a fan of mine who reacts to my videos because they're entertaining and makes some content about me because that's what gets views that I end up becoming friends with, than a random stan that posts thirst edits of me. Obviously a massive difference. There's a difference between a random stan in your Twitch chat that watches every stream because they love you, and a regular viewer that's in your community because they have common interests with you that you end up becoming friends with. And at that point, they're no longer a fan. They're a friend. And in some cases, becoming some of the most beloved couples on the internet. My point is that there's a lot of nuance. I think it's a responsibility of a creator to be able to recognize dynamics, avoid any weird ones. You can't just look at the fact that somebody follows you or has watched a couple of your videos and write them off as, oh, they're a fan, therefore we can have no conversation. I was also fans of a lot of my friends before I became friends with them. A lot of people that I ended up hiring as editors or artists or really anything are fans. And then of course you can become friends. Again, the whole point is that there's a lot of specifics to it. You can't just write somebody off completely. But again, that's fans, that's not stans. Otherwise, moving back to the next very important thing. Now, the second allegation is what I'm going to talk about in extreme detail. Second allegation came out soon after the first and said that the first allegation was why they were sharing their story. It was from a girl that claimed that when she was 17, we inappropriately messaged. This did not happen. Let's get into the details. On September 23rd, 2020, Amanda messaged me from her personal Instagram account, sending a message that was clearly a fan message. She thanked me for saving her life, and I replied to this message. In September of 2020, I was a lot smaller than I am now, so I got a lot less DMs, and I was much more active in like the fan communities and replying to people. And all I replied was, "Oh, thank you for the kind words." And then I also replied, "Glad to make you smile," after she followed up with the message. I put a transcript of every Instagram message that I've ever sent her linked in the description. It might not be every message that she sent me because there's proof that she deleted Instagram messages to me. An old TikTok of hers has messages from me that wasn't in her post with the accusations when she showed up.
Let me just clear this up real quick. I don't know if Instagram did this back in like 2020, but I think I don't know. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But when the person has seen the message on Instagram and you try to delete it, it will not delete. It will delete on your side, but not on their side. So here's the problem. I think he's gonna talk about it, but like, I think since Dream was busy with stuff, maybe he didn't look at him, and then Amanda got the chance to delete the messages, so that's why, like, yeah, messages weren't there. But like, wouldn't it make sense when Dream opened the message and started talking to her? I'm not sure. Maybe he will talk about. Maybe he will talk about that. Maybe he will.
But my transcript tried to include those and piece it together. But again, it might not be all of them because I don't know what she deleted. I only know what she deleted from the thing she accidentally showed in her old TikTok of the deleted messages. Amanda, on the other hand, how are you doing, Dream? September 25th. The next day I replied, I'm good. Thank you. How are you? Amanda, the same day, replied, I'm doing okay. Could be better. Could be worse. Thank you for asking. Amanda replied, how's your kitty doing? I love cats. I replied and said she's doing amazing. September 28th, so 3 days later, Amanda said, Dream, I need some advice. I'm trying to become a small streamer on Twitch, but not a single person joins my streams. How do I get modded? October 2nd, so a few days later, I replied and said, try and play with your friends maybe? Post clips to Reddit and stuff. And then she replied and said, okay, thank you, with a heart. The next day she messaged me again and said, Dream, would you ever consider playing Among Us with me? XD. I guess this was during the Among Us craze. We're still in 2020. October 5th, 2020, I replied, maybe, heart. Amanda said, LOL, I'll take the maybe. That would be sick. I didn't reply.
Here's the problem.
Amanda said, hi, Dream. And then she sent another message that was deleted after she made the allegations. We don't know what it was. We only know the last couple characters. And again, we only know it exists because she messed up and included it in an old TikTok of hers. And then I replied and later and said hi. Amanda said, how are you? November 16th. So that's another few days later. I replied and said, good. How about you?
Yeah, Dreams takes like a little
November
bit
30th,
to respond, but Amanda replies immediately.
Hi, Dream. I want to actually become a streamer like you and your friends. I'm just so uneducated on what supplies I need. Can you recommend me all the products I need to successfully stream, like computer, cam, mic, headset, etc.? You have no idea how I would appreciate it. December 5th, 2020. So like a week later, I replied and said, almost everything I have was recommended by Bad Boy Halo. Haha. Amanda replied, and she sent another message that she deleted after she made the allegations. That again, we won't know what it was. December 26th, so almost a month later, Amanda sent a video. We don't know what the video was. I don't think it was opened. I don't know though. I didn't reply. January 5th, Amanda said again, Hi, Dream. I just want to say happy late New Year and Merry Christmas. Congratulations on everything you've accomplished this year. I hope I am fortunate enough one day to be as successful as you. If you could tell me what kind of computer you have, that'd be great. January 16th, so 11 days later, I replied, thank you. Amanda replied, deleted message, and then part of it was, how are you? But obviously I didn't reply. April 13th, so a long time later, Amanda messaged me again and said, hi. I replied, hi. Amanda said, how are you? I said, decent. How are you? She said, I'm all right. Thank you. Then she said, I heard some snippets of the song you're working on, and I really like it. You have a really nice singing voice. I replied on April 14th. Thank you. So that was the next day. She said, you're welcome. And then December 26th, that was like a long time later, she messaged me and said, Merry late Christmas, heart. I didn't reply. January 10th, she messaged me and said, hi, my Snapchat was banned and I have no friends. How are you? I replied 2 days later and said, how TF does a Snapchat
Exactly.
get banned?
How do you get your
Amanda
Snapchat banned?
replied and said, I'm pretty sure it's because I posted videos of me smoking, but all my memories from 2014 are gone.
Oh my
So sad."
god.
I replied the next day and said, damn. And then she
Damn.
replied that same day and said, yeah, it sucks. How are your holidays? I replied the next day and said, good, good. How about you? And then Amanda replied that same day and said, pretty good.
You may be wondering at this point, why are you replying to her?
Yeah, exactly.
You seem clearly disinterested. You're taking days or weeks to reply, and then when you do reply, it's very dry. Well, Instagram has a really stupid feature that makes it so that once you've replied to someone's DMs once, you can't remove their ability to personally message you unless you block them. You cannot be following them. You can delete them from your inbox. They can still message you and pop up in your notifications. I'm showing an example on screen of my DM continuing to pop up on my alt account just to show how it works. Obviously, given I replied to Amanda back in 2020 when I had a much smaller community, she was stuck in my inbox for the rest of time. You can temporarily delete some.
Alright, look. Now I know what he's saying. So he never opened the chats. So he deleted. Sometimes he wouldn't open the chats, but basically what he's trying to do. This is like the older version of Instagram, by the way. I think. Wait. No, it's the newer version. Because my Snapchat DMs doesn't have primary, general, and request anymore. It just has primary and request for some reason. I don't know why they removed general off my thing. But yeah, but on my alt account it has that, but on my main Instagram account it has that. So I don't know. Maybe it does that when you have a second account, but it doesn't matter right now. What matters right now is that he tries to delete the DMs, and once you reply to them and all that, and you start having a conversation, you can delete the chats, and all your DMs will disappear. But here's the thing: when that other person texts you back, it'll pop up again, and you can't get rid of them. It's just like they're stuck there. You could keep deleting it, but like they'll still pop up when they text you back. And the only thing you can do is put them in general, but you still get notifications. You could put them in requests, you still get notifications. Or the thing you could do is block them. But if you don't want to block them and be rude, then there's nothing you can do. Now here's the thing, if Instagram could do this, if you can just mute. I mean, I think you can mute messages. Yeah, you can mute messages now, so like you don't have to deal with them. But they still pop up in your DM box, I think. So I think what Instagram needs to do is, if you delete the message, they give you an option to say, do you want the DMs to keep popping up, or do you want them to be gone? Do something like that. Instagram, just do that. I forgot. Yeah, just do that. I think that's the best option for big creators like this. But like for big creators now, I think they added an option to like, I think, wait, no, they just added a thing when you have to invite to chat. So like when you chat with someone that you're not following, or they're not following you back, you have to invite them to chat and all that. So now you don't have to worry about like responding to people. Like you could just keep it like that, and they'll stay stuck. And yeah, they can't chat you anymore unless you chat them back. Yeah, alright, so I think Instagram actually fixed that. So like no, so like never mind, there's like here, we're good then. Hopefully. Hopefully.
Your inbox, and it deletes all of your message history to them for you, but they can
Yeah,
still message you.
but they could, yeah, and I
a
was
blank
just saying
DM
that.
history. So at one point, wanting her to stop DMing me, I swiped her out of my inbox multiple times. It's actually completely provable that I did do this. I'm showing a video of my Instagram DMs to Amanda now, where they start in December of 2021. much later than her original DM. Because you can't delete other people's individual messages and you can only delete entire
Which
conversations,
sucks.
this proves 100% that I was trying to delete her ability to message me in 2021. It
Yeah.
also shows a problem. The only messages that I can see from Amanda were from December 2021 onward. I had no context or recollection of her original messages to me that made it clear that she was a really big fan. I don't remember everyone that messages me, who they are, where I know them from, so on. She messaged me from her personal Instagram, had no connections to any fan accounts, didn't send me any more fan messages, and she had DM'd me many times
Oh,
talking
my
about
Legos
content creation
broke.
and streaming, some of which she deleted. She seemed very normal,
Legos broke,
friendly,
guys.
and
Dang it.
implied strongly that she was overage. What I thought about her age doesn't matter that much because nothing inappropriate happened, but it does matter to show my mindset because I don't go around befriending underage
We actually
girls
don't know
or
what
people that
Amanda's
are
age is
obsessed with me
anyway,
or
so.
my content. To the best of my knowledge, she was neither. Continuing with the transcript, now we get to the very end, which was our first real conversation. This one was about music, which makes sense. It's something I'm really passionate about. At the time, I was
Yeah.
working on a song called Trust Issues and some other random music projects.
Trust
And in the middle of
issues.
us talking about
Did you
music, I
ever-
gave her my Snapchat.
No, you never
I
posted
said,
that.
add me on Snapchat, and she said, sure thing, just add me. I was sharing music snippets with a bunch of people at the time, and as we were talking about music, I wanted to share them with her. Obviously not going to send snippets of a new... I gave her my
Hold up.
Snapchat. I said,
Hold
add
up.
me on Snapchat, and
Hold
she
up.
said, sure thing, just added you. I was sharing music snippets with a bunch
Barker Bana. Oh, I forgot. Would you be down to post a quick 5 seconds thinking of trust issue? I think trust issues turned into road trip, I think, since Parker bought a beta or bought a, I don't know what to say, but like he I think trust issues turned into road trip, so that's why he never uploaded trust issues, because it's actually road trip. I think so. I don't know. Off topic though.
the time, and as we were talking about music, I wanted to share them with her. And I'm obviously not going to send snippets of a new song over Instagram. Now, I've pretty much always used Snapchat as
Yeah,
one of
that's
my
true.
main forms of communication. It's
Don't
actually
ever
the
do
first
that.
social media I ever got because a friend of mine wanted to start a streak with me, and it's something I started using a lot more
That's
when I
what
became faceless on
Snapchat's
YouTube.
basically for
Because
anyway.
yeah, stuff is deleted. You don't have to stress over people analyzing or leaking everything you say. And for me, even for something as simple as a picture of my cat, people used to zoom into my cat's eyes to look
You
at the
kidding me?
reflection to try and dox me. This was not uncommon at all. So of course I felt much more comfortable
That's
using
really-
Snapchat during this
that was
period,
really bad.
especially with people that I wasn't great friends with, but even with my best friends. Now let's go over her actual claims in detail. Amanda claims that after I added her on Snapchat on January 17th, 2022, that we started sexting. She showed that her
Oh.
birthday, when she would turn 18, is on February 17th, exactly a month later. She claims that
Okay,
we
that's-
sexted from around
that's-
the
oh
17th
God.
of January, the day I added her on Snapchat, to the 10th of February, and then that it stopped. She said that while she was still underage, we exchanged nudes. Her evidence of this was 2 photos of supposedly me from
What
after
the
she was
fuck?
18, complimenting her. Her final important claim was that she traveled
Okay.
to Orlando in August and that we planned to meet up and have sex. And I just want to make sure that I blatantly deny this before continuing. None of this is true. And now I'm going into more detail.
That's just
Now,
weird,
unfortunately,
but
because she
that's
didn't provide
hopefully
any
not-
proof
yeah,
of these
that's not
things,
true.
it's
You
difficult
just
to be
said it.
specific about some of the things she claimed. It's much easier to completely make up that something happened than it is to prove that it never did. Like if I said right now, prove to me 100% that you never sexted a specific person that you've had on Snapchat at any point, it would be impossible to do. But what I can do is lay out all the inconsistencies, talk about the proven lies, the specifics, point out questions that were never asked, and provide all of the evidence that I have. And I believe that luckily, that's way more than enough. So first, I want to talk about the timeline. Every contact we've ever had with each other before January 17th is the Instagram DMs, which I just read to you, which are now all public in their entirety in the description of this video, other than the messages that she deleted. She claims that sexting started around January 17th and that sexting stopped February 10th.
So from the 17th to maybe February 10th is the time frame where we were sexting.
So even if we say that it
Huh,
started a couple
no.
weeks before it stopped, you'd have to believe that every message you've just seen, we went from that to sexting days later
Yeah, that
in
makes no
2022
sense.
before my face reveal. Even if you want to give her the maximum benefit of doubt and say that she confused the timeline, she turned 18 on the 17th, 1 week after she claimed the sexting stopped. So there's not much leeway. Secondly, we can talk about her Twitter. She tweeted out defending me from hate on my face reveal 10 days before the allegations,
There's
and
no
was
way
liking
that's-
my tweets, including a subscriber milestone tweet 2 days before she tweeted her
Yeah,
allegations. With the
yeah,
timing of the face
yeah.
reveal and her allegation, my belief is that there was a lot of hate and that it's easy to get spiteful and join in on a hate train. I had ignored multiple of her Instagram DMs and Snapchat messages in recent months, and I had also made a new Snapchat that I didn't add her on. I still used my old Snapchat occasionally, but I just rarely responded. That's my only real explanation for why she flipped so quickly from being publicly positive to me to lying about me, but I guess I'll
Well,
never
we'll
really know.
never
Thirdly,
know,
the only
yeah.
photos she showed as proof that I groomed her were both pictures from based on her own evidence after she was 18, meaning
even if we give her the benefit of doubt and assume everything she's provided is real and truthful, she was 18 when these messages would have been sent, and I had no context to the fact that she was more than a small streamer. But on top of that, I unblocked her Snapchat, went through our Snapchat chats, and couldn't find either of the messages that she was talking about. I also downloaded all of our Snapchat logs using the Snapchat data tool, which she can do as well, and neither of the compliments that she showed were in the logs. Now, honestly, this is pretty useless information because there's almost no messages in the logs at all, but it's still extremely weird that she was asked for these logs many times. It takes 5 minutes to download, and she never did it. Probably because it doesn't support what she was saying. On top of those things, from everything she had told me, she was 19, and we had no inappropriate contact. The context of these messages would be a 22-year-old creator calling a 19-year-old streamer gorgeous on a birthday post while giving her a gift card as a birthday present. Finally, she said that we planned to meet up and have sex in August when she was in Orlando.
It was suggested that we meet up and have sex. I was either going to have him come to the resort I was at, or he was going to pick me up and bring him to his house.
Amanda,
First of all, this was before my face reveal. I did not leave my house. I was massively paranoid. I was not meeting up with a random person I had just met 2 months before my face reveal, let alone at a resort, which is what her claim was. I'm gonna go ahead and play a phone call with my mom just to give you some perspective from before my face reveal. How many times do you think that I left the house between 2021 and my face reveal?
Wow, I don't know, 3? Maybe 4.
What did I leave the house for whenever I left the house?
Well, I know you went to the dentist 3 times, and then I think one other time was when you had the kidney stones.
Yeah, kidney stones?
To the hospital.
The ER, bro.
I think those were the only times you left the house. And we were worried because we didn't want you to call 911 because we didn't even know if they would come because of all the fake swattings and everything. So I had to come get you and take you to the hospital. So it was probably 5 times that you left.
Okay, what was the process when we did leave the house? What was the process like?
Crazy. I pulled into the garage, shut the garage door. You would get in the back seat, way back of the van, with a blanket over yourself, and you wouldn't come out from under the blanket until we were on the highway.
I was a little paranoid.
A little bit.
What was the inside of the house like? What precautions did we take?
Oh my gosh, it was like a cave. Every window was covered, even the high windows that were arches. We had to like tape curtains over them so that even a drone wouldn't be able to see in. Everything was covered. Yeah, so we had the banker come to the house because you wouldn't go out of the house, but we needed to set up bank accounts. Whatever it was that needed to happen, we were the ones that did it so that you didn't have to go out.
Okay, thank you, Mom.
You're welcome.
What
I
a
love
great
you.
mom.
Love you too.
What a great mom.
Again, as you can probably tell, what
Oh
she
my God.
claims definitely didn't happen. Either she's telling the truth and her story makes sense, or she's not, and it doesn't. Now, some other stuff to note. After her allegations, she deleted a lot of evidence. She unliked a lot of tweets she had liked. She deleted replies of hers on Twitter and TikTok that hurt her credibility or contradicted what she was saying. She deleted Instagram DMs to me and only got caught because she accidentally showed them in an old TikTok of hers, and that's all completely factual and
Womp
documented.
womp.
Later, she was bragging on TikTok, calling people doubting her jealous, saying, "I'm favorite YouTuber thought so too. It's giving jealous." Not treating the serious situation that she claimed happened seriously at all. People also found old tweets of hers where she was replying
the
very
fuck?
inappropriately to other streamer friends of mine. She was even banned in one of my friend's chats for saying she wanted to sit on his face. These
Oh
accounts
my-
weren't linked to her Instagram, so I would have had no idea about them. She also replied to fans of mine questioning her with slurs. She also said that she was gonna lie and tell me that she was 18, but that she changed her mind, I guess.
So I was going to lie and tell him I was 18.
She said she would provide proof of the fact that she told me she was 17 and that I still sexted her tomorrow.
But I didn't, and that proof will come out tomorrow.
And guess what? She never posted proof because this never happened. She tweeted out thanking people for all the support and claimed at the end that I deleted our DMs, right as she did this. And specifically said, my end too, which means her DMs too. Well, I just want to point out that this is impossible. There's not a single mainstream social media platform that lets you delete both people's messages. And we only had each other on Instagram and Snapchat, where you can't do that on either. She claimed that she was laughing and was going to prove people wrong with pictures of my penis. To which, again, never happened. Lastly, she tweeted saying that she's getting the law involved and going to the police.
Okay,
Said
that's
she's
just
gonna put me in
crazy.
jail unless I confess. She said she would provide more evidence. She didn't. She said she would upload her Snapchat logs. She didn't. She said she would sue me. She didn't.
She didn't.
Now I'm making this video. She provided absolutely no proof for any of her claims and said that she didn't have any because she wanted her favorite YouTuber to trust her, which could be a completely valid argument, except the pictures that she posted were from a second phone, meaning there was no risk of me knowing. She was taking pictures of compliments from a second phone, but has no evidence of anything sexual, has no evidence of us planning to meet up and have sex, apparently from after these pictures were secretly taken, has no evidence of a singular inappropriate message from me or her, or even any anything at all that isn't a story reply from Snapchat's story page of all your friends? What's more likely? She happens to have no evidence of anything she's claiming, even from things she claimed happened after she was taking pictures secretly using a second phone. Or she doesn't have any evidence because it didn't happen.
She doesn't
She
have
factually
any
deleted and
evidence.
hid messages. She factually lied about me deleting messages that I didn't. She called people doubting her jealous of
Yeah,
her, was
this
banned
is
from streamers'
crazy.
chats before this for posting sexual things, and she lied about having specific pieces of evidence that she never provided because they don't exist. If she's willing to factually lie, cover up, and hide things, how can you trust anything else she says as being representative of the truth? Lastly, once again, she said she was going to take legal action. She then tweeted a picture of the inside of a police station and
Oh
also
my
said she'll
God.
come back with more evidence, to be patient, that it's a process, and that it could be days. And that's her last tweet. It's been almost a year and a half now. Obviously, nothing happened.
Nothing
I
happened.
waited and waited. Then I got impatient, so I asked my legal team to look more into it. They
Oh
got
boy.
all of her information, and after filing many requests, they couldn't find anything. So, annoyed and still impatient, I asked them to get more specific. And after a lot of digging, my legal team was able to track down exactly where this picture is from based on the colors of the walls, the cameras, and a plaque outside the door. Then had someone go to the police station and requested specific records from this specific police station, and checked every record they could, criminal and civil.
I didn't find anything under either one of those names.
And there was no information at all. I was not even in their system.
Damn, bro.
Not listed in my system at all.
So if you want to believe everything she said, you have to believe either one of these two things. Either one, she lied, this photo is fake, she never filed anything, and if she's lying about that, why would she not be lying about literally everything else? Or two, the picture is real, and whatever story she told didn't even meet the minimum required standard of proof to file a single piece of paperwork that my legal team could find in over a year and a half. I also sent a photocopy of my driver's license identification to this specific police station, a copy of Amanda's information, and let them know I was happy to answer any questions. To which, again, nothing ever happened. Not a single question, there was not a single case, accusation, or anything
boy.
substantial enough to even have me in any system. And inevitably, when after this video, she makes another thread or another post reiterating the same lies that she has already said, or probably even follows through on, go to the police, or sue me. The standard of proof for you suing me is only proving that it's more likely than not that you're telling the truth. 51%. Come take my money. But she won't. Because if she does, they're not going to treat it like it's Twitter. She's going to have to address all the lies. She's going to have to address all the inconsistencies. She's going to have to address her weird comments, her false promises, her character, and most importantly, be held accountable in her real life for what she's saying. This isn't online drama. This is real life stuff. There are real victims that have been manipulated, abused, and taken advantage of. Amanda, you are hurting actual victims. You are diminishing the very real trauma that victims of grooming and abuse have gone through. You are making it harder for real victims of abuse to come forward. You are not a victim. You are not doing a good thing. No matter how terrible you think I am, or that the ends justify the means, you are hurting victims. Just in case this video isn't enough for you to realize that, check the box. And that's all I have to say about these allegations. Now, before continuing with other stuff, I want to talk a bit about what happened after these allegations. After these allegations and after my face reveal, I'll be honest, I lost a lot of motivation. I distanced myself from Minecraft, and I even thought about quitting and retiring. Of course, it was pretty scary.
For real?
I just wanted to be able to upload Minecraft videos and have fun with my friends without worrying about people trying to ruin my life or attack my family or make up lies about me. And after all the swatting and doxing and fake allegations, it really just felt not worth it anymore. But also I had basically been stuck inside for the majority of the last 4 years, so I just thought I'd step back for a little bit. I traveled with my friends, I met other creators for the first time, I worked on music, had my tour, and really just
Thank God
stepped
he
back from
worked
my
on
online
music,
life.
bro.
And I feel
He
like
has
during this
great
time
music.
I really disappointed a lot of my friends and their fans.
And
as
I
a
love
result.
music.
I didn't spend as much time on the finale of the Dream SMP as I should have. I wasn't good at communicating about anything, really, including important stuff for some people. I went very inactive on everything, and I pretty much isolated myself from most creators that weren't in my immediate circle. There was a looming cloud over me, and I felt bad talking to people because I didn't want to bring any negativity towards anyone. Later on, I got pretty insecure about my creator friendships that weren't people that I was super close with before YouTube. And even though everyone that I was friends with was very supportive and had my back and would reassure me privately, I still couldn't help but worry that because there were people online spreading hateful things about me, that it would impact their view of me personally. At one point, I ended up making a massive mess by tweeting publicly about a problem that I had with Quackity because he wasn't replying to me for a while.
Oh,
We had both
boy.
made translation mods, and people were claiming that we were copying each other. It was just a mess.
Oh,
I was
boy.
100% wrong with taking anything public. Anything that can be handled in private should be handled in private, and I've always had that belief. So the way that I handled it was totally screwed up even by my own standards. It was completely driven by fear and insecurity over my friendships, and it was not something that Quackity deserved at all. If Quackity didn't want to reply to me about it or wanted to ignore it, that was entirely within his right to do, especially given the awkward circumstances of everything. I'm extremely proud of everything Quackity has done with his project, the QSMP, and genuinely he did it way better than I ever could have. It's incredible, and everyone really should go check it out. I should should have focused completely on the good that came from it all and not let myself get stuck on trying to work something out as friends when he seemed perfectly fine working on his own thing with his own community. Again, there's a lot of things that can explain my mindset, but at the end of the day, I'm sorry to Quackity and his community for creating unnecessary drama, and I hope that people can try and understand my mindset, where I was coming from, and that even if it doesn't seem like it, it's all from a place of love and care for my friends and the community. It was just an emotional time and I made a mistake. After that, obviously even more time passed, and again, there was nothing new with the allegation. There was no updates. I talked to a lot of people for updated advice, lawyers, PR people, people with experience, and everyone told me that it's in my best interest to stay quiet. As time went on, I disagreed more and more and decided that I was going to respond against their advice. So during a live stream, I mentioned that I was going to respond soon and talked about the allegation a little bit. And of course, after this, clips of what I said were taken out of context. People were spreading far and wide that I admitted to grooming and a lot of other really impactful lies. And of course, because of this, a lot of people on Twitter took it as an opportunity to joke about me being a pedophile. And one of those people was named Nicholas Cantu. If you don't know who that is, he's the voice actor for Gumball, Diego from Dora, and one of the turtles in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I had a terrible experience in real life with this person, so I replied to him talking about it and defending myself. And the situation blew up. I don't think I've ever gotten more hate in my life. September 23rd, I went to a friend of mine's birthday party in Austin, Texas. When I showed up, Nicholas Cantu was there. He was already drunk and was drinking. He was being very aggressive to me throughout the night. I didn't know him. This was my first time ever meeting him, and we were not friends. Eventually, while on FaceTime to show his friends, he hit me out of nowhere. Again, this was my first time ever meeting him. I was there for another hour or so, and then when leaving the party, everyone decided to Uber together because it was late and there wasn't many of us there. Nicholas ended up in the front seat of the Uber that I was in, despite my apprehension. I thought, what's the worst that could happen? It's an Uber ride. There's other people there, so I wasn't worried. Little did I know, he ended up dropping his phone out of the Uber window in the middle of the highway, and after he got out to look for it, the police showed up and stopped him from looking because it was dangerous and dark. Eventually, the Uber driver convinced Nicholas to leave.
Well, I want to promise you that I'm sober, so if you guys want to conduct a sobriety test.
Hey, look, hey, we're about to head out.
And after we left, the Uber driver was trying to give advice to Nicholas on the police, telling him that he could have been arrested, and Nicholas did not like what he had to say.
You're retarded. Oh my god. How far did you go in your education?
Oh my god.
Of course, I started to get involved and argue with Nick, defending the Uber driver, and Nick did not like that at all.
You're gonna be dead. I'm serious. Hey, man.
And of course, after he had already all this, one of the other two people did not like.
Let me real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Alright. Damn, Dream really, like, fought with. That's just crazy, okay. I never knew the freaking voice actor for Gumball and other really popular, freaking, TV shows. The voice actor would fight with Dream, bro. That's just crazy. And I dropped my phone. Okay, hold up.
Okay.
You're retarded. You're down syndrome.
Yeah, that's just...
how far did you go in your education?
Who cares? Of course, I started to get involved and argue with Nick, defending the Uber driver, and Nick did not like that at all.
Either you're gonna be paralyzed or you're gonna be dead. Like, I'm serious.
Okay, man.
God damn.
He was saying this, of course, after he had already assaulted me. While this was all happening, one of the other two people in the car with me that I also just met that night was recording him. He was aware of this, and he was actually the one that asked to be recorded.
Thanks for recording, by the way. How long is this? But yeah, this YouTube video is gonna be nuts. Subscribe to the Cantu Network. Tune your sets right there.
Just fuck you, bro. No way.
The next day, Nicholas sent me a very nice DM saying that he was sorry for hitting me, that he was having a really rough night, and that he was high and drunk, so that he was sorry for spreading false allegations that he knew nothing about, saying that he recognized it could ruin people's lives. Complimented me, called me humble, grounded, and a good human. I didn't accept this apology, but I moved on, and honestly, I felt kind of bad for him. I recognized that he was once a child actor, and I feel like there's a lot of bad stuff in that industry, so I felt a little bit of sympathy. I hoped he would just learn from the mistakes he made that night and move on.
He was a child, since he was a child actor, yeah, child actors back then were like kind of like, I heard a bunch of stuff happened, so I feel bad for you guys that were child actors back then. And yeah, since Nicholas, I guess, was child actor, he had a bad, I guess, relationship with, I don't know, he had a bad childhood, I guess. And since he was high and drunk, he kind of couldn't really control his self. So yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Of course, Nicholas started tweeting, spreading the same lies about me that he had
Oh.
already apologized for spreading
Oh,
and
never
recognized
mind.
could ruin
Okay.
people's lives. He was also wishing death upon me publicly in Twitter replies, and that's when I realized it wasn't just one bad night and people needed to know about this. After I shared my experiences with him, he denied everything. He DM'd me saying I was lying, saying that if there wasn't video proof, it's all lies. He tweeted denying it all, which he deleted, and then he tweeted lying more about the situation, but also admitting to some stuff while underplaying it. He blatantly lied about the fact that he tipped the Uber driver when he didn't. He blatantly lied about me sending unsolicited dick pics to people. He also deleted that tweet almost immediately
There's
after.
no
He
way.
blatantly lied about the reason he hit me and claimed I called the girl a whore and got slapped
Oh
for
my
it, which again was later recanted, but not after millions of people had already seen those lies. Nicholas tried DMing one of the people that was in the Uber that night with us to try and get them on his side as a witness. That caused the person who I didn't know at all to message me and tell me that they had videos of him being horrible from that night and that they don't like that he's pretending to be innocent. I asked them if they'd be willing to send me the videos so I could back up my story since denying it and lying, and they told me that he was threatening them to make sure they didn't give me the videos. After I ended up finally getting the videos, I posted them. I needed to defend myself against the lies that he was telling and wanted to share the proof. I also posted
Nicholas,
screenshots of
you're
texts between me
fucking-
and the Uber driver, confirming that he had blatantly lied and didn't even tip the Uber driver. After I posted this, Nicholas went silent, deleted his tweets, and hasn't said anything publicly since. People still think that I lied and faked the Uber driver's text, or many other lies that were
No
falsely
way.
spread by Nicholas or other people online. So I got in contact with the Uber driver from that night, I interviewed him, and I'll let him speak for himself to help clear some things up. Hey, what's the worst that can happen? It's an Uber drive. And
Oh.
let me tell you, what's the worst that can
What's the
happen?
worst that can happen? It happened.
Either you're gonna be paralyzed or you're gonna be dead.
Yeah, look at him, bro.
What's going on, man?
This is our Uber driver, who happens to be one of the highest
Hey,
rated
Terrell.
Uber drivers in all of Texas. He agreed to come share his
Texas? Oh my
recollection of
God.
what happened, so I'm just gonna let him talk.
When I picked you guys up, you know, he had a lot of energy. He was wild, like putting his head outside filming. The phone dropped out of the car. When the cop showed up, the cop came up to the car at first and was talking to him. And the way that he was speaking to the cop, he was speaking like down on the cop. And I'm like, man, like, you need to be quiet because you're going to go to jail if you keep talking to the cops like that. As soon as I said that, not even 20 seconds, the cop came and he was like, you get out the car, you're going to jail. I'm trying to save you from going to jail because I don't want nobody to go to jail, period. He kept saying something about like IQ, like he felt like he was better. And I was like, nobody cares about your IQ. There's a lot of people with high IQs in jail right now. So what are you going to tell them? You're going to talk to them and say that you're a child star while you're in jail? So I was like, I'm trying to help you out. I don't want you to go to jail. Even after
It
you're
doesn't matter
acting
if you're a
crazy and
star.
wild, which most Uber drivers would have left you. You never said anything negative towards him while he was saying all this stuff. Majority of the stuff didn't make it on the tape. I think he was going through a lot of other things besides just being drunk. And the thing is, it doesn't really matter what he was on, what he was going through, the way he was acting, it was unacceptable. 50 or 60%, I may be wrong about the number, but something like that of all violence has alcohol in it. So if that was the case, all these people would be getting away with it. Like y'all kept saying, I'm sorry. Like we just met him.
You're gonna be forgotten like the dust in the sand when you're in the Sahara and there's
Oh my God, bro.
billion sand particles. You're gonna be one of those. And I'm gonna be a
Dude, just
statue of that.
shut up.
Yeah, he went all into the Egyptian king and the like. He's real creative.
Yeah, did he ever tip you anything?
No,
Damn,
that was
he
another. Well, I don't know why he said that. And you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't even matter about the tip or anything like that. Don't say it if you're not going to do it, and don't say it at all. I wasn't begging you guys for a tip or anything like that. Man, it was an eventful night. I don't know why a lot of people think that you were the one that was doing all these things and making all this stuff up, and you want to do all this. I was like, he was the one that was trying to stop everything the most.
I posted like literally just like 2 screen caps of text from you, and everybody was saying they were fake. It was one of the messages where you said like there needs to be more people like you in the world or something, and they're like, when would somebody ever say that?
Because they didn't experience you in that manner, right? Those are my real words, and I did feel that way. So I'm letting you guys know right now, all those text messages, that was me saying it. Dream did make the situation better. Everybody coming at Dream, that's not how it went down.
Yeah.
It was nothing like that. And now you're telling me how you got hit, and it showed me who you are. The first impression of somebody is the lasting impression. And you were nothing but respectful since you got in the vehicle. And you tried to de-escalate everything that was going on. All the people in the back, Nicholas, if you are listening, really do some deep diving in yourself and figure out what the real issue was. Do a lot of soul searching, because you are intelligent, because I could tell some of your comebacks and what were you saying, but the way you were acting was more of a cry for help. Whatever you're going through, you got to fight and you got to get some help. Don't fight other people, fight what you're going through. At the end of the day, I know we all make bad decisions and we have to learn the lesson from it. And this was just a bad decision that you made, and just learn from it. And all the different YouTubers and all the different people that were commenting about the situation, I do understand the entertainment part of it, right? And it's just seen a lot of memes and everything, but I was reading a lot of comments. He was saying this, or he was saying that, or it doesn't make sense. All that stuff doesn't mean anything if you were there. It's just speculation. And if somebody older is trying to help you guys out, my advice is for you guys to listen. That's it. That's all you have to do. But you don't have to be negative towards them. And we have to stick together because there's so many things that keep us apart, right? Just like if you look at it, it's the dream and the voice for Gumball. How about you and Nicholas have a sit down with me? We talk all the issues and all the problems out, and we can show people how bringing things together from a negative to a positive. And see how that spreads. It's in the universe.
Amazing, man. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on. I posted a longer version of this interview on my second channel if you'd like more context. We talked for a long time. Now, before I show you the most insane, hair loss inducing
my God,
I have ever seen on Twitter that took place after I posted this video of him, I need to reiterate a few facts. 1, I just met Nicholas. He was already drunk when I met him. 2, the party was not my party. I did not provide alcohol to anyone. 3, I did not know how old Nicholas was. And here's a video of what Nicholas said after I found out his age and critiqued him for drinking in front of the cops.
Why are you a narc pedophile?
4, I was not the one recording, and I only posted the video because he was lying and saying unless there's video proof, it didn't happen. So yeah, now that that's clarified, enjoy.
Dream did what? Oh no. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. He's 20. Oh my God. Alright, all this is just fake. He's 20, dude. He's at 20. You can't, you know, it's not. Okay, let me make this clear. From what I know, and I'm taking law classes in high school right now, from what I know, is that he is not a minor anymore. At least I don't think, right? Yeah, above 18 is usually you're an adult. Like you can make your own decisions, but in some states, you have to be at least above 21 to drink alcohol, and he is not above 21. So like, he could have got arrested, but like the cop didn't really arrest him because, of course, he's not a minor anymore. And he can make his own decisions, but like. He's below 21. The cop should have arrested him. He should have tested him to see if he was intoxicated. So, like, I don't know. Can you get arrested if I think you can get arrested. If you can get arrested if you're under 21 and you're drinking, but you're not driving. So, like that's good too. But like, you're still below 21 and you're drinking. So, like. Nicholas could have gotten arrested for that. And frick, he's a voice actor too. He could do whatever he wants. Nuh-uh. If you're a child star, there's no, you don't get any you get popularity, right? Yeah, because like you could still get controversy. So like. Yeah, don't just he was just going on with Dream and all that. All this mayhem. just a bunch. Okay, that's
As you can see, it got insane.
Oh,
Tweets
that's
doxing me and my
insane.
friends and family got tens of thousands of likes. I have never seen that in my life. So I just want to talk very briefly about how serious doxing and swatting can be. It's a common thing for people to say that I don't think doxing is serious.
He
In a
got
clip that got a
doxed,
lot of
yeah.
attention from a stream of mine a while ago, I said that if you have 7 followers on Twitter, you shouldn't stress over being doxed. I don't stand by that, and I didn't mean to minimize doxing at all. I had just said before that if you dox people, you are not a part of my community, that I don't support you, and that it's disgusting. It can happen to anyone, and it can be serious to anyone.
Doxing
I was
is
just trying to
very
make the point that
serious.
it's less
Just
likely to
don't
happen to
dox
somebody
people.
that's smaller, because people have less reasons to target them, and that if they were targeted, they had less reason to actually follow through on anything. But it's just not something that I should have said or something I should have explained, as it made like I was supporting doxing when I just wasn't at all. I have always said that doxing is extremely serious, swatting is
yeah.
extremely serious, and I don't think people even realize how serious. It's not just funny, send a pizza to someone's house. It's
Yeah,
attempted
it's-
identity
it's
theft
a
for my
di-
family
yeah.
members and friends, credit cards being signed
ID
up for in people's
theft,
names, fans or people who dislike you
swatting, like
showing
all
up at your
that.
house or your family's house to try and break in, trackers being put on your family members' cars, people showing up at your little sister's job, SWAT teams being called to you in your family members' houses, bomb threats and the FBI having to make sure you're okay, people calling your 80-year-old grandma, pretending to you, terrorizing her. That's all stuff that has happened to me, my family, and my friends. They're not hypotheticals. This isn't just that you don't
It's
like
not a
Dream. It's
joke,
not just
dude.
me whose life you're putting at risk and who you're harassing. You're going after an 80-year-old woman who has done nothing to you. It's not just me you're hurting when you make up lies or spread horrible things. It's the 50 employees I have who also have families and lives. It's all of my friends and anyone that's ever been associated with me. It's my family, my grandparents, and most importantly, actual victims who have gone through traumatic things. And that's not even talking about the stuff that hasn't happened to me, but has happened to other people. Pets and people being shot by police officers during swattings. People breaking in with a gun to kill a YouTuber they don't like. It's incredibly serious, and it's not okay. That wasn't even the end of the craziness, though. That was the beginning. Because then, during the midst of all the Nicholas drama, someone tweeted out this, accusing me of sexting a 16/17-year-old girl
fucking
named
bitch.
Jamie. Because I was currently the internet
There's the
punching
third
bag,
one now.
and it was proof that punching was justifiable, it was spread very quickly, without a lot of questions being asked. Before I break it down, I want to immediately say that this is not true. I did not groom anyone, I did not groom Jamie, and I would never be inappropriate with someone underage. When they posted this allegation, attached was a video that, of course, went viral. It was a video from another phone of a Snapchat being opened, supposedly from Dream, that had moaning in the background and a very sexual caption. This is the clip in its entirety without audio.
Oh my god.
They also attached screenshots of Discord DMs between anonymous people who were claiming to be friends
fucking
of Dream, and said it was them
terrible.
discussing me having sexted a minor. In these screenshots, they
No
say that I
way.
was confronted about it and that I admitted it. I've shown you every piece of evidence they posted without changes, and I've mentioned everything that they've claimed. Now, just to reiterate, this is not true.
Yeah, it's
every
not
piece
true.
of evidence is either out of context, edited, blatantly lied about, or presented in a very disingenuous way. Again, I did not groom anyone. I
Oh
also
my
was never
God, dude.
confronted about grooming by any of my friends.
And
Now, of
people are
course, when
still
something
doing
like this is
this.
claimed, it's extremely serious. So I'm going to break it down in detail. Okay, so who is this accusation from? It's from an anonymous burner account made the day of the accusation, which is interesting. So we don't know who they
Interesting.
are, but we do know who the victim is. Jamie, right? And how old did they
Why'd
say she
you-
was? They said
God.
16/17. Okay. So what else do we know about Jamie?
So-
They said she left the internet in 2020. So because they apparently can't, let me tell you who Jamie is. I follow Jamie on Twitter, which people quickly pointed to as proof. As you can see, Jamie is also followed by Skeppy, Verb, and Spifey, other
Mhm.
YouTubers from the community. I met Jamie when I wasn't even a YouTuber. I had just posted my first ever YouTube video less than a month before. I had less than 100 followers on Twitter the month that I met her. I made a lot of friends around this time because I wasn't a big creator and I was part of a lot of online communities as a fan. She played on Bad Boy Halo's Minecraft server and was a fan of Skeppy. I was trying to grow and make connections, and I had pretty much just made my Twitter account, so I made a lot of friends. Many people from this time I'm still friends with to this day. People claiming that me following her is proof that I sexed underage fans or
Okay,
groomed her at all
no.
is ridiculous. These
That's
claims are
ridiculous.
completely false. They were right about her age. She's 21 now, so she would have been around 17 4 years ago. That's about the
Yeah.
only correct thing they said this entire time. Like, remember they said she quit the internet in 2020 as a convenient way to
Ugh,
excuse any
there's no
questions
way.
about her? Well, she didn't. She liked a tweet from last month, actively tweeted all of 2022, and she changed her bio and Twitter account name when this happened, just wanting to be left alone. That's interesting. And she actually tweeted saying she only privated her account because some of her IRL friends were finding it and she didn't want them to. I wonder why they lied about that.
Maybe because the person who's claiming this doesn't know Jamie, doesn't know anything about Jamie, doesn't know me, doesn't know anything about me, and is being malicious and making up whatever they can to end my career. Let's talk about some other stuff. They also said they posted the videos with permission, which of course makes the videos seem much more real. Well, it's apparently me, and I didn't give them permission, and it's apparently sent to Jamie, and she didn't give them permission. She quit the internet. She couldn't have. They even critiqued Moist Critical for his video, saying how terrible it was, claiming that I admitted that the Snapchats were real, which I never did. In their original tweet, they notably say when she had her age in her bio, which seems oddly specific, just to remove the few people that would say, well, what if he didn't know her age? When even in their own proof, which is random Discord messages with no context or who the messages even are. In another part of their screenshot, anonymous person number 2 says this, but for some reason, that's cropped out of their tweets because they don't even know what the screenshots they're using as evidence say. They don't care about the truth. They're just making things up as they go. And because it's a claim against me, people will just believe it. They can say Jamie left the internet. Proof, but
this
I
one
guess she
is
did.
completely
They got
obvious.
permission to post these videos. I guess they did. They posted a video of Snapchats. Say it's mine. They never show the Snapchat profile or any proof that it's my Snapchat, but I guess you can't change your Snapchat name for free to anything at any time as many times as you want. So it must be Dream. No more evidence needed. They're telling the truth. Even with little content evidence they have things and lie to try and hide the fact that they know nothing. But the burner seemed so confident. They couldn't be malicious. They even put in their bio that if reached, they would personally give him their information so that he could sue them because everything they were saying was 100% true. What? That's not in their bio anymore? That's weird. I wonder why they removed that. They did reveal who they got the original screenshots from. So let's see what that person has to say and why the burner was so confident in their claims. Quote, I don't know Jamie. I've never known her. I've never had a private or a public interaction with her at all. Unquote. Wow, seems like they have a whole lot of information. So I reached out to them to try and find anything that I could find to find out what this was even about, because I've never been confronted by one of my friends for grooming, and I've never groomed anybody. So I found out who was anonymous in these messages, and let's hear what they have to say.
These screenshots are extremely out of context and used disingenuously to tell a story about Dream that isn't true at all. I haven't spoken to Dream in a very long time, but to my knowledge, he has not interacted with underage fans inappropriately or in any way that could be considered grooming. These DMs were posted by the burner without my permission and without ever contacting me beforehand. They were sent to the burner by a vulnerable person that was upset and being taken advantage of while under the influence of alcohol. I want to be anonymous and stay completely out of this because all of the terrible stuff I've seen happen to everyone mentioned on both sides is very scary. This conversation was private in my life and no one deserves to have their personal life dug through because of anonymous people making false claims without knowledge or context about anything they're saying.
This person was not involved at all and did not consent to anything. Now, if you're a little confused, I am too. This is a burner account making up things. Their story makes no sense. Okay, so let's just summarize this. This allegation is not from a victim. It is from an anonymous Twitter account that was made the same day as the allegation. This anonymous person claims that I groomed a girl named Jamie. They did not ever contact Jamie. They did not know Jamie. They got none of their information from Jamie. They even incorrectly said that she quit the internet years ago when she's still active to this day. They posted videos claiming to be from me to a minor. They never showed proof that it was from me or my Snapchat profile. They never showed proof of who it was to. They cropped context from screenshots, lied publicly and said I admitted the videos were from me. They falsely alluded to the fact that the victim gave them permission and ended up causing massive harassment and terror to Jamie, who they said was a victim of mine. The person in the screenshots claims that I'm not a groomer, that they're extremely out of context, and that the burner doesn't even know what was being discussed, and that now their personal life is being dug into due to an anonymous burner account. On top of that, no one even taps to open the Snapchat. There's no finger, you can't open snaps with a button, but it doesn't even matter because you can see that no buttons were pressed. So how did it open? Nobody touches the screen. You can't open a Snapchat without tapping the button to open it. So ignoring the fact that there's no proof it's even me, how is this video even real?
It's not
how
real,
did it
it's
open?
edited.
The video doesn't even make sense. People have also pointed out that frames are missing and that the normal Snapchat animation doesn't play at all. But despite all of that, hardly anyone asked any questions. If you replied asking any questions, you got called a groomer supporter. Despite the fact that the proof was a video of a video of a video from screenshots of DMs of screenshots of DMs. You have to go 4 people deep to find anyone that has ever talked to Jamie. I'm not even in any of these screenshots. And the video of the video of the video has like 10 frames where you see the name Dream. Most people spreading this did 0 research. But wait,
They reported me. They even
Oh my
reached out to the
God.
Orange County Police, my local police, to put it
You
in writing,
kidding
put their
me?
name on it, and solidify that their claims are correct.
Oh boy, here we go.
Thank you for calling the Orange County Sheriff's Office. To continue in English, press 1.
One.
To continue in Spanish.
My name is. I have a YouTube channel and I live stream and stuff. And long story short, very recently someone anonymously posted a bunch of like fake stuff online saying that I'm a pedophile. And of course it's from like a burner, like anonymous burner account. Can't really, whatever. But anyway, in their post, they said that they called and talked to the Orange County Sheriff's Office about it. And of course they said that to try and like make me look guilty for being like a predator somehow. But I guess I wanted to call and try and get more information, I guess.
What's your name?
And here we go.
People are there, they're slandering you. There's nothing, and this is we have a very broad database. Nothing, no interaction. I did last name, last name, nothing. Zero, nada.
So no,
There's
there's
nothing.
no like
No reports been
allegations,
made.
reports, anything.
Wow.
Nothing. Your name has nothing next to it. There's not even. So if you would like to make a report and you feel like someone is harassing you, all right. But whoever's telling you that stuff, you may need to file a complaint because that's harassment.
Yeah, that's
And that's called
harassment.
slander.
Yeah, it
and you
is.
do have civil rights,
Yeah.
so you can make a report if
She
you
is
want.
right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Merry Christmas.
This is
All right, Merry
Christmas time? Oh my
But-
God.
And not that taking legal action as an anonymous source would prove anything, but just to be clear, I have searched far and wide, sent open access requests to police departments,
So you're not listed in my system at all.
and all police records are public in Florida, where I live. Not a
Well,
single person
there's-
has filed
okay.
anything against me. Anything.
There
Even
you go.
though every claimant has claimed that they have. Again, not that it would prove anything if they did. It would be disproved in court, but not a single person did. I also don't have any civil cases brought against me, meaning no one has officially accused me of anything from anywhere, despite, again, every single person claiming they have. This is public record. But despite everything you've just heard before this in this video, when the tweet dropped, people were celebrating in the replies. Celebrating in the replies of a tweet that's supposed to be about a child being sexually
No
abused.
fucking
That
way.
is
That's
not okay.
not
And
okay,
just shows
dude.
that you actually don't care about victims,
Oh my
about
God,
this.
this is
you
serious.
just care about taking down dreams.
This
which
is
the same
serious.
thing the burner account cares about.
Yeah.
They don't care about the truth. They don't care about what's real. They care about saying whatever they can to ruin my career. They don't care about victims. They don't care about Jamie. And if you still don't believe me, let's hear a statement from Jamie herself, who seemed
Oh, for real?
terrified,
Okay.
didn't want anything affecting her real life,
Oh,
wasn't a
boy.
victim before, but is now, due to all the harassment and people
Yep.
spreading sexual things about her without her knowledge or consent. My name is Jamie. I want to make it very clear that I was never groomed. I definitely am not a victim of Dream. I don't know how or why people are using my name and information without having ever asked me if any of it's true. Everything claiming to be about me was posted without my consent. Leave me alone. I want nothing to do with this. I have been getting harassed by people, either saying I'm looking for attention or digging through my life trying to confirm things I want nothing to do with. Leave me alone.
Wow.
Jamie's
okay.
Twitter account got locked for suspicious activity after she was blocking all of her friends, so none would see the things being said online about her. She didn't quit the internet in 2020 like the burner claimed, but she probably will now. She had to change all of her social media ads, and people were messaging friends of hers, all because an anonymous person made a claim on her behalf without even knowing if it's true, spreading sexual
that's
stories
crazy.
about
That's-
her as a minor to millions of people, creating victims in the process.
That's harassment.
Hope it was
Man,
worth it.
that's like.
So I'm sorry, Jamie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you were used as bait. I'm sorry that you have your life being dug through by people. And I'm sorry to all victims that have to see this, that have more fear about coming forward, because all this is terrible and no one wins. And I'm sorry to anyone else that got involved or dragged into it. Sorry for those that were taken advantage of. I'm sorry for those that were lied to. Again, no one wins.
It's incredibly hard to navigate these situations. There's no benefit to somebody putting their name and face out there to defend me or clear up complete lies if even when someone's completely in the wrong, they're still praised as a hero because it's against Dream. As I was literally about to post this video, another burner thread by a different burner was made about Jamie,
Are
claiming
you
24 pages of
kidding
evidence
me?
that I groomed her. And the very first line of their document, the Twitter account Burner22 recently provided a screenshot of a Twitter DM conversation between them and someone by the name of Jamie. This is massively incorrect. a lie,
Oh
and never
my
happened, as you
god.
now know. The burner account was not any of the people and any of the messages, never spoke with Jamie, and the actual person in these messages has made a statement in this video debunking this, as well as Jamie. And this is the first line of their 24 pages. Their proof was all to show that I knew Jamie, followed Jamie, and that Jamie was a minor. All things that they didn't need to stalk her to just maybe let victims speak instead of digging into their lives. Their proof digs so much further into Jamie's life, including by stalking 4-year-old Twitter accounts of hers using the Wayback Machine, so that even content that she deleted and content from her private accounts are now being stalked. Leave her alone. This tweet has 40,000 likes in 10 hours. Me making this. This is ridiculous.
Leave for
Anyways,
Jamie
I tweeted when I
alone,
first saw this
damn,
claim,
oh my
pointing a finger
God.
at someone that I thought was behind the burner account. I was messaged by multiple friends with proof linking them to the account. They were the only non-anonymous name on any of the screenshots, have a massive dislike for me, and were actively replying to the allegation. So my obvious assumption was that they are behind the account. This person used to be a friend of mine many years ago, and we are no longer friends for unrelated reasons. They claimed since that their only involvement was that when they were drunk and having a manic episode, that they sent some screenshots of stuff into a group chat with people that were asking them questions. They claimed that they have no other involvement. They said they don't know where the videos are from, that videos were never sent to her, and that the screenshots in her DMs were pictures and not actually videos. She claims that she did not send the screenshots, claiming that I groomed anybody, and that she had nothing to do with them being posted by the anonymous burner account. Now, if this is true, which I can assume it is, it's just another horrible thing the burner account did, taking advantage of a drunk person who is not having a good time and using their past with me to try and get dirt on me is just ridiculous. Now, I don't know who's behind the burner account because it's an anonymous account. And unfortunately, they removed the thing from their bio that said they'd tell me who they are, so I could sue them. But regardless, my original tweets were worded poorly and people read into them, including her, and thought that I was claiming that the videos were real, but that I sent them to her. The screen recordings in my screenshot were from after the allegations were made, so I don't know how I would mean that. I only posted screenshots of her screen recording my chats to show that she was actively collecting information, but I see how if you don't know the dates or really anything, then you could think that. In my tweeting, I was making a video about this. I called the audio essentially unsubstantiated revenge porn, with revenge porn in quotation marks, while of course denying that I groomed anyone. People again took that as me admitting the video was real, even though I literally say essentially, unsubstantiated, and put revenge porn in quotation marks. It is incredibly violating to have audio spread to the masses saying that it's you moaning, that people think is you moaning. Whether it is you moaning or not, it could be anyone moaning. It does not matter. It's still violating. This is sent to your little sister saying it's you moaning. It doesn't matter that it's not you moaning. It's being said seriously that it is. This is, in essence, revenge porn. This isn't even the only time I've had claimed sexual stuff read about me. Once, people spread a video that was like deepfaked or something of me sucking my own dick. It obviously wasn't me, but so many people thought it was, which even caused some YouTubers to make videos like this.
You guys know I've never been the biggest fan of the YouTuber Dream.
Oh my
but I have
God,
always
dude.
had respect for him as a person. That ends today. Dream sucked his own dick. You know, I thought this was some sort of joke. And then I saw the reply. Was a video of Dream sucking his erect penis.
But of course, while this was all going on Twitter, it just was okay to lie about me. And all the people posting fake screenshots and memes and taking things seriously from parody accounts just proves how easy it is to fake this stuff. So let's talk about fake allegations and how horrible they are. It's become a bit of a trend in the online space, or at least the gaming space, to fake grooming allegations. There have been fake allegations against Bad Boy Halo, which the person ended up tweeting and admitting they were fake and saying that they're just kids that made a mistake after he legally threatened them. There have been fake allegations made against Sapnap that, again, they admitted were fake. After I replied this time and called out something that was wrong with their story, they continued to lie and try and convince me, though. There have been false allegations against Carl, Rambo, Wilbur, probably every Minecraft gaming creator you know. Me saying any name doesn't even matter. Not everyone gets traction, and not everyone has as much effort put into it, but there have been hundreds. There were a few notable ones against me last month. One was disproved because it was proved that the video was edited based on a frame hop. Another was disproved because of a photo in the background was from Tumblr. But there was one thing similar between all of them. They all showed fake evidence. They all showed fake edited Snapchats. They all showed fake edited pictures or videos. And that is scary. But sometimes they didn't even need evidence. Someone tweeted out that I wasn't working on my video, that I was actually out meeting a fan I met when they were 16 at a bar, and that I got stood up and laughed at by everyone. And this just didn't even happen, but you don't even need any proof. It was Thanksgiving, and I was charging my car by my grandparents' house, and I went to a non-alcoholic bar and played ping pong,
and was never stood up by anybody. They can just make up whatever they want and rudely take secret pictures of me, and people will believe it. This is crazy stalker behavior.
That's
They even said that I was the
stalking?
most
Oh
asked
my
ping pong
God.
player in the place when I was undefeated. They even had to lie and slander my ping pong record. And then
Oh
of
my
course,
God.
parody accounts are tweeting images like this one, faking me, DMing them, and threatening them legally, or lots of other stuff. And again, this just shows how easy it is to fake stuff, especially when you're a burner account that has no accountability. One of the people that made the fake allegations even tweeted that I can't sue them, that they're anonymous and on a VPN after they were caught. People will take a claim with almost no evidence and run with it and ruin people's lives, hundreds of jobs, families, not even just when it's me. It may only be a trend in the Minecraft space right now, but it won't be that way for long. Okay, XQC, I know you're probably watching this. I want you to address this. What do you have to say for yourself? It's irrefutable proof. Look, here it is on a second phone.
Okay.
Prove to me you didn't send me this video.
Okay.
Or you're a pervert. Forever. And everyone watching this will now know it.
Yeah,
Or Pokemon.
okay.
You've been getting some hate for your cookie prices recently.
Oh,
I don't mean
yes,
to expose
yes,
you,
yeah.
but you did say this to me.
Oh
and I
God.
think that's disgusting. What do you have to say for yourself? What more proof do you need? I also have the
Oh,
cookies
boy.
she sent me and a signed note from her. This is irrefutable evidence. You get the point. I made all of those
Yeah.
pieces of evidence in 10 minutes with only free programs. What's stopping anyone from going and making a fresh account, faking evidence, and then accusing a person they hate of
God
something
damn,
vile?
bro.
Be
What the
careful what you
fuck?
believe and ask questions. Believing real victims is important, but not believing fake victims is very important to real victims too. As for my conclusion on this video, I have a couple things to say. First of all, I just want to recognize that I'm probably in this position because of myself. People that made these claims undoubtedly had unhealthy parasocial relationships with me, and that's why it's gotten to this point. I want to and will do anything I can to denounce this. My view on fans has shifted slowly over time, jumping massively when I face revealed and actually got to meet fans in person, which made things much more real and massively changed my perspective. I think it's incredibly unhealthy to be obsessive with someone, and I also think that it's clear to anyone that's stepping back and looking at these situations that people obsessively hate me and are making up lies about me, which is also because of parasocialness. Parasocial love turned to parasocial hate. And I have no doubt that the anonymous people making these fake allegations were once big fans of mine. I grew up being a massive fan of football, and I had jerseys of my favorite players and was very passionate, so I've always related to stands in that way, but my passion never turned to obsession, and I never truly realized how serious it can get, even sometimes when people were literally telling me. I think that part of why I'm in the position that I'm in right now is because I started pulling away from my fans after my face reveal. Meeting fans in person made things much more real, and I wasn't so chronically online anymore because I actually had real life and things to do. I think that the fact that I'm a very relaxed person overall that has relaxed boundaries has encouraged that type of behavior too. So I'm just going to re-clarify some of my boundaries. One, I don't support any sexually explicit art of me or my friends. It never bothered me personally that much because I don't really care about anything, but it is just weird, especially if you're a minor and drawing anything. That's gross. I don't support anything inappropriate for minors at all.
God
Art,
damn, bro.
TikToks,
Oh my God.
comments, anything. It's gross. Two, serious shipping is bad. I think that prying into
that
people's
is-
private
yeah.
relationships, being
Yeah.
deeply speculative or anything like that is terrible. I don't mind jokes. I don't mind doing it for fun, but anything serious really crosses the line. Again, I've always found it funny being shipped with George because we're not dating. We're friends.
Oh
but
my
if you
God.
genuinely think that we are dating and it's part
That's
of your
weird.
personality,
That's
or you
weird.
obsess over it, you need to get off the internet. That
Yeah.
is not healthy. I'm sure I'll make more clarifications in the future, but I just don't want anything weird. Don't obsess over me or my friends. I deleted a video called Stands on my second channel that I made a while ago. I don't necessarily view the same way now. That doesn't mean that I don't appreciate you as a fan, but again, just be normal. Be the passionate fan, not the stalker obsessive fan. I've already had people with access to all accounts for a long time, but I will be slightly changing how I use my accounts now. At the end of the day, I do just want to make Minecraft content and have fun with my friends. That's it. That's all. Because of that, I've been a bit of a detriment to myself by arguing on Twitter or getting into petty drama that I don't need to. So because of that, I'm just not going to be using it anymore. I'm going to have someone run my Twitter and
For real.
post tweets promoting my content. I'll still tweet non-promotional stuff, just with it being positive only and going through multiple people. And I
Oh,
don't want
man.
anyone that's a fan of mine to take anything super negative on this video or think about things in a really sad way. I want to be positive, and that's one of my favorite things about having a community at all, spreading positivity and love. So try and be positive. Say something nice today. Do something nice. I don't want to keep letting this cloud loom over my head though, so I'm just going to move on. I don't plan on making any more statements, and I don't plan on talking about this anymore. This is it. I just want to focus on making the best content that I can. So that's what I'm going to do. I have tons of Minecraft content that I've been working on, and I'm super excited to put it out there. Pretty crazy. And I've been working on some stuff for over a year now. I don't want to throw the excitement away. And again, this was by far the biggest reason for my inactivity. So Minecraft Dream will be coming back full force, stepping away from Twitter, and just focusing on putting out awesome Minecraft videos like I used to do. So yeah, I appreciate everyone that watched this video all the way through. I'm sure it was a roller coaster. There's
Yeah, it
tons
was.
of links and information as well in the description. I also posted multiple videos on my second channel. See you guys soon.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, that was crazy. A whole hour and 22 minutes. That's crazy, dude. And I've been streaming for about almost 2 hours now. Like, oh God, dream. That this was a roller coaster, dude. Oh my God. And oh shoot. And all the information right here, you guys could go to his channel and go to the video and check it for yourself. I'm going to make a separate video and talking about all this, just like a little short video later or tomorrow talking about all this. But yeah, this is just crazy, and yeah, can't believe this happened. I don't think we're done. Oh yeah, let me go to Dream XD. Okay. Let's see. He posted a bunch of videos here? No, he did not. Oh wait, does he mean about the videos in his description? I mean, not yeah.
This is impossible.
My bad.
Positive, and that's one of my favorite things about making any more statements. Some stuff for over a year now I used to do. So yeah, I appreciate everyone that watched this video all the way through. I'm sure it was a roller coaster.
Yeah.
There's tons of links and information as well in the description. I also posted multiple videos on my second channel. See you guys soon.
Yeah, so it's the videos and the links. They're unlisted, I guess. Right? Yeah, they're unlisted. Okay. So yeah, if you want to check out everything, go to his channel, go to the video he posted, and you guys could check it out for yourself. I'm not gonna go through this live stream, but every picture he posted, how long is this? Like 7 minutes. Well, I mean, I've seen mostly all the pictures he posted, most of them, not all of them, but like, you could see, I kind of recognize most of these pictures, and yeah, I recognize almost every single picture here, mostly, not everything, but mostly. Okay, these were all his Snapchats. He already showed us like all this in the video, so like, and then like few minutes after that it's just blank for some reason. I don't know why. And why, how long was this? I think this just turned on right now. I don't know. 30 minutes. Thank you. Can I turn this off, please? Alright, yeah. So like these are like every picture he took, I guess, and it's just blank there. I don't know why. What is it? Oh, it's my live stream. Oh God, no, get out of here. He took, I guess, and it's just blank there. I don't know why. Well, but yeah, this was a really great video. He put this all together in one video. I'm surprised he did that all. But the thing I want to watch is the extended Uber driver interview, but I don't know how long this is actually. It's an hour long.
Sweet.
What's going on, man?
Nothing much. I actually got a cold. Kind of annoying, very annoying timing.
Oh, you got a couple. Yeah, man. It's been a while, man. I've been looking at, a lot of the things on the internet.
Wait,
Can you fight?
The poster. Hold up. Oh, this is the whole video right here.
Are you coming on?
I'm gonna go ahead and play the rest of the Nicholas clips. Viewer discretion, obviously. It is weirdly cut up, That's because there's other people in the Uber that don't want to be seen or heard, so I have to cut whenever the camera goes to them or they talk.
I know exactly where it is. It's on Whitestone. It's here on the 183 on Whitestone, I promise you. Because as soon as I dropped it.
This is in Whitestone. I checked down below.
No, this is Whitestone right here.
Below.
Yeah. So this is
I was just down there.
yeah, that's the crossroad. It's on the freeway. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, it's right here. It's on Medical or one of these. So I'm not gonna get out of the car,
We're
but
talking about several different streets, man, because Medical's way down the road.
in that case, do I take my car? I told the guy I'd been drinking. I'd had 4 vodka sodas.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't get in your car.
Okay, so I can wait till tomorrow morning.
I would probably wait till tomorrow.
Great.
I'll find my iPhone, then pull over to the side road and try to find it. But coming up and down the toll road or slowing down on the toll road probably isn't going to be the best.
Right, so I'll pull over to the shoulder. Well, I want to promise you that I'm sober, so if you guys want to conduct a sobriety test.
Bro, they're not gonna do that. Hey, look, hey, we're about to head out.
Yeah,
we're about to head out, and I'm about to take him
go.
where to go because he's just doing extra stuff. I'm gonna make sure that
Your phone's not going to survive, my man.
Hey, he got
No,
your
it
phone.
won't. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll get it to
Go home.
It's like all broken now.
I don't know, but this looks cool as fuck. I'm gonna get a picture.
Stuff that you think is the truth. They don't give a fuck what you were talking about. Remember when I just told you?
100%.
Hold on, listen.
Yeah,
Listen. When the cop left, what did I tell you? I said, they're gonna arrest your ass.
Yeah, of course, I
right?
get
When
that,
he came back, what was the first thing he told you?
He
got out.
he said, listen,
He
if you
said,
get out of
if
this
you
car,
get out, I'm a what? God, I was trying to tell you that before you even started talking to me.
Yeah, before I tell you.
Listen to somebody who has experience in life. Older than way older than you.
I'm 20.
I'm way older than you to know
Doesn't make
enough
difference.
to not fuck with the cop.
He's 20. Yeah.
Why are you a narc pedophile? I'm good.
You're not good enough to drive.
No, I am, sir.
No, but if he said he's 20, if he gets even an inch
Oh,
of
I'm
alcohol,
21. I have a fake.
You don't think that they can
Literally, I do.
He's 20 and he's drinking.
I'm a person who tells everything because I don't care who it gets in trouble. I don't care how it affects the world. I need to be honest because my dad was such a fucking compulsive liar. But when you say those things, you have to realize, do you know that I'm retarded?
How would I know that?
PhD and I'm on the spectrum. That's what it is.
You have ADHD and you're on the spectrum.
Attention hyper deficit disorder.
I know what that shit means.
Okay, Dick.
And your dad was a manipulator.
Yes.
But every time I'm telling you something, you keep coming up with excuses and you're manipulating.
No, sir.
But listen.
Okay.
You don't say go. You don't tell. Listen. You don't tell me.
He should have been in the backseat, bro.
So you understand when people have a
No,
disagreement?
Oh my God.
no, it's not a disagreement. Answer that question. Quit manipulating me.
Right.
Answer. If I ask you, if I tell
understand.
you this,
What is the question?
act like you
Understand.
Listen,
I understand. What
you
is the
keep saying
question?
you understanding.
What is the
but
question?
you're not
Answer
answering
the
the
question.
question.
What is the
Answer
question?
the question.
Go. What is the question?
And you keep coming up with excuses why you're doing shit.
Are you ready for my answer?
yes, he is. He's ready.
But it's about a fucking kill on Instagram or YouTube, wherever this goes. But
Oh my God. Freaking. Okay. Yeah, this is going crazy. Oh my God.
Down everything you need to know for your
Bro, everyone's gonna, if anyone sees this, they're gonna think you're an idiot.
yeah, but it's gonna be funny as fuck. I don't care if I'm punching down.
If I'm putting you on game, right?
Yeah.
See, you still never
Go,
mind. Never
go.
mind. No, I'm not going.
So
bro.
you're asking why
I'm not going because you're manipulating. The same thing you say you not want to do or you've been through, you're doing the exact same shit. And you're using all these bullshit excuses of why you're still fucking up. So you're the type of person, you're gonna have to bump your fucking head for you to learn. You're not learning off of life examples. So it doesn't matter.
Okay, so are you ready for me to speak?
You can say whatever you want.
Yeah, so you are, I can already tell within the, how long have we been in the Uber? Like 30 minutes? Oh yeah.
Long ass time, dude.
So I could drive better than you right now because I can get 4 drinks.
No,
No, you can't.
But I'll wait till the morning if it helps you sleep at night, but I really don't care what your life does.
Yeah.
I have love for you, but it's not my importance to worry about other people right now. So, but you're asking why I don't answer the questions that you asked. Right? So I started answering it, and because it was a segue and you didn't have the reading comprehension level. When did you, how far did you go in your education?
Who cares?
Were you a high school graduate? Or did
No
you go to
one
college?
cares right now.
What does that have to do with it?
It has to do with the
Exactly.
fact that I'm arguing a point and you cannot stay on topic. because your
Exactly. Oh
literacy
my God.
is below 0.
See, okay. Now, that's two different things.
Right, but it has to do with the subject.
Listen, God damn, I just heard what you said.
Oh, he's so
That has
hot
nothing to
right
do
now.
with
Oh my
school.
god.
That has something to do with life.
And he's still
And you'll
drinking.
realize, no, it's something in life.
Right, so that's
God, that's 20.
If you have cheese.
20.
Okay, so
20,
I have an answer
20,
for you.
20.
I have
Nope.
a clip.
It's 20. You have not lived life. So you're talking like a 20-year-old.
Of course, because I am that.
Exactly. So when somebody who is older than you gives you wisdom, listen.
Right, so you understand when somebody's fucking
retarded.
You
You're not
You're-
retarded, bro.
No, you are.
He's telling you not to be an idiot. And you're not.
Exactly. Thank you.
I know you're
Dream.
manipulating everything.
No, sir. I'm gonna answer you directly. I'm gonna tell you right now. You are Australopithecus Cro-Magnon rock fucking stupid. You're retarded. You're fucking Down syndrome. I don't give a fuck.
How long does this go on for? Oh my
that your
god.
literacy level needs to be brought up from the fucking Mariana Trench.
He's saying random shit, dude.
Issue with intelligence. But yeah, if you ever get to the point where you want to drop us off, I'm good with that. I'll pay for the next Uber. Who paid for this one? I'm gonna get the tip, and it's gonna be 10K. Or actually, let's do 1K. Are you gonna match that? Because 1K is better for this pussy who doesn't want to give away his millions. Are you Jewish?
Dude, you shut up.
I'm not a practicing Jew, but I'm Jewish blood on my dad's side, so I can say Jew, Kaik, whatever.
No, you had only 4 vodka shots, and you're fucked. Like,
I'm not fucked, dude.
Fucked up.
You're just like this all the time.
Yes, I'm telling you, I'm a high energy ADHD neurodivergent. That's not
You have ADHD, that's not how it works.
Ants come at me. It'll take 10,000, 100,000 of them to take me down. So that's how minuscule you are to my side.
I know a person that has ADHD. They don't act like this, dude. No.
Right, my stature of intelligence, character, body, and reverence in the world. So, your question was, Terrell, do you want to know or should I talk to these guys? I'm going to talk to them. So,
Why would you
anybody any questions? Because I'm going to do movies, stand-up, comedy, everything, all this shit. Music, whatever the fuck, e-commerce. You don't understand that you're talking to, like, a Michelangelo of my time. Right? Like, I'm a genius, Albert Einstein level history bookmaker. You're going to be forgotten like the dust in the sand when you're in the fucking Sahara and there's 100 million, 1,000 billion fucking sand particles. You're going to be one of those, and I'm going to be a statue erected in gold. So understand that.
I think you're smart.
Right.
I think you're being an idiot.
Of course. And people can do that.
You probably are extremely drunk. Or
No, I'm
if
not.
you're like this. If you're actually not,
I
then
am
you're
like
just
this
an idiot.
because ADHD, autism, neurodivergent.
I have ADHD as well.
Right, but
serious?
because you
Oh,
said
look,
that's what
even
the
Dream has
mask is.
ADHD.
I think you're a faggot, all right? So that's why. That's what it is. Because you're saying like I didn't take my normal pills, you know.
That's what the mask is. I don't really like that song, to be honest, but like, it's his life that he's singing about his life, dude. Like, come on.
Funny normal pills was to everybody on the internet for like 40 years. Like, dude, your shit popped off because you became like the what's his name, Jacob Sartorius sweatshirt. You're the new sweatshirt. How's it feel? Back at Black Friday. You could spin it.
All I know is I learned from my mistakes and I listen to people that are giving
Yes,
me
of course.
advice.
So I'm gonna do the same. But do you still
You're
fuck
not doing
kids?
the same.
I've never fucked kids, bro.
Are you positive?
Yes.
I'm gonna do a deep FBI investigation. I'm saying that you don't understand that
That's
you're fucking
fucked
up.
up. Oh
So
my
your
God.
sexual,
He's
your
bringing
sexual
that up.
assault cover up.
What did I cover? I covered what?
Who was
What
it?
are you
Who was
talking
it?
about?
Was it Sapna?
I'm so sorry, man. I apologize.
I'm good.
I know, and I'm
met
sorry
him,
for
I met him
Dream.
tonight.
I apologize for Dream. Everybody else is cool. Thanks for recording, by the way. How long is this? But yeah, this YouTube video is gonna be nuts. Subscribe to the Cantu Network. Tune your sets right there.
I will not subscribe to you.
The Cantu Network. You're spelled out now. It's the future. You're really cool, Dream. I still want to fight you. And all of the shit that's happened tonight, it's not gonna make it a fucking like brutal marauder. I'm not gonna be a brutal marauder. I'm gonna like literally like either you're gonna be paralyzed or you're gonna be dead. Like I'm serious.
Okay, man.
Oh my god, bro.
Can you fight?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's just crazy, dude. Bro, I didn't know Nicholas was gonna be like fucking retarded, like be a retarded piece of shit, bro. Like, I know he's like fucked up and that, but like after that he apologized and then on Twitter he kept saying it again. So was he drunk again on Twitter or was he actually saying it? I think he wasn't drunk. He was actually saying it, but yeah. Also, what the hell, Tommy in it. But anyway, yeah. That's basically it. I guess technically that's all that is for tonight. I actually streamed for a whole 2 hours. I'm so proud of myself. Oh my god. I streamed for 2 hours and I never do that. I actually never do that. I actually did it, so I'm proud of myself that I reacted to a whole hour video just like that. Well, yeah. Anyway, thank you for sticking around. If you sticked around, if you're watching this later, which I don't think you will because the whole video is right here and you don't have to see me reacting to it. But like, I just feel bad for Dream in his past. Like, damn, that's really bad. But thank God he cleared everything up, and hopefully people could see him that he's the good guy here. And yeah, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later, I guess. New videos are coming out shortly. Don't worry, I'm working on them, and yeah, I hope to live stream again like this soon. And that's all I have to say. All right, Merry early Christmas, because Christmas is in 5 days as of today. Tomorrow will be 4 days. I'm so excited, and yeah, I might stream on Christmas just to say Merry Christmas and all that. But yeah. Anyway, guys, see you guys later. Have a great night. Yep. Have a great night, guys. Actually, I'm gonna wait for the 2 hour mark just cause no, 1 more minute to speak. But I should talk about videos in this 1 minute. So like, if I go on my studio, I don't want to go on my studio, dude. If I don't go on my studio, alright, I'll block everything up. Alright, you can check all that out. You know, there's nothing private on here. There's nothing private. There's nothing private on here. It's like, everything's perfect. You can see my subscribers. It don't matter. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. Sadly, I don't earn any money yet anymore, or yet actually. One video coming out on the 22nd. A reaction using the bit emojis again. Congrats. Let's go. Yep, and that 1 minute is up. Alright, goodbye, guys. I hope to react to more videos soon. Oh my god, I'm so tired. It's like it's 9 o'clock right now. Alright. Thanks, guys. Alright, see y'all later.